posts are available to you in the Army National Guard.
Sponsored by the South Dakota Army National Guard. Aired by the South Dakota Broadcasters Association and this station.
Solid Metals Manufacturing has openings for full-time production welders. Work 6 to 3:30 Monday through Friday with overtime always available. On-the-job training available for anyone interested in welding regardless of experience. Competitive wages and impressive benefits too. Find out more at jobfair.works.
Welcome back into YHS Nation. I am Braden Butler. Thank you again to Alex Topol and Addison Sidlachik for taking time out of their day to talk to me about the upcoming Yankton High School homecoming festivities that are right around the corner. Elsewhere in the Yankton High School extended universe for the coming week, a lot of activities are happening from Monday to next Friday. Starting on Monday, September 12th, boys golf at Brookings Country Club at 10 a.m. up in Brookings. On Tuesday, got a busy schedule for Yankton activities as tennis girls triangular at Hitchcock Park at 12 p.m. noon. Soccer's girls versus Huron at Crane-Youngworth Field at 4 p.m. kickoff. Soccer boys to follow against Huron at Crane at 6 p.m. Volleyball also has a match Tuesday night at Huron that will take place at 7 p.m. Jumping ahead to Thursday, September 15th, the girls tennis squad hosts an event at Yankton High School. Later on that evening, the soccer boys and girls will have a doubleheader in Mitchell at Joe Quinto Field. The boys kicking off at 4 p.m. while the girls kick off at 6. The nightcap for Thursday the 15th is a home volleyball match for the Gazelles against Mitchell at Yankton High School at 7 p.m. Next Friday, September 16th, sees the boys golf team take on Mitchell at Lakeview Golf Course at 10:30 a.m. Cross country team also has a meet against Norfolk at Norfolk Skyview Lake at 4 p.m. And finally, ending Friday night action next week, football will be at Pier at Hollister Field at 7 p.m. Pregame at 6:05 with Bryce, Ladwig, and Josh Boelter as the Bucks look to take on one of the best high school football teams in the state of South Dakota in recent memory. That's going to do it here for YHS Nation. Thank you for joining me tonight. Coming up next is the Hy-Vee pregame show here as the Yankton Bucks are getting set to take on the Watertown Arrows in their home opener. Thank you for listening to YHS Nation here on KYNT.
FM 1021 and AM 1450 KYNT Yankton.
From ABC News, I'm Chuck Severson. Growing a makeshift memorial to Queen Elizabeth. People placing bouquets outside the British consulate near the United Nations in New York.
I wanted to come and say goodbye to her.
The Queen has always been an influence on a lot of people's lives.
King Charles III promising to carry on his mother's lifelong service.
One of the important points that King Charles mentioned, a new title for now heir to the throne, William.
Today, I am proud to create him Prince of Wales, the country whose title I've been so greatly privileged to bear.
William's wife also with a new title.
With Catherine beside him, our new Prince and Princess of Wales will, I know, continue to inspire and lead our national conversations.
Kate, Princess of Wales, a royal title not used since the passing of the country's beloved Diana. Tom Rivers, ABC News, London.
Runners in several U.S. cities gathered for early morning runs today to mark 1 week since the kidnapping and murder of Eliza Fletcher, the 34-year-old Memphis teacher and mother, was kidnapped during an early morning jog. Her body was found days later. Beth Meadows at a memorial run in Nashville says many women are aware of the danger of jogging alone.
That's the ultimate fear, right? When you go out for a run, it's always kind of just nagging in the back of your mind. Is that car driving too fast? Is it driving too quickly? Did I hear something behind me? Do I have something in case I need a weapon? What's that noise?
A man's being held without bail in the Fletcher case. At the groundbreaking ceremony of a $20 billion Intel factory near Columbus, Ohio, to make semiconductor chips, President Biden.
We need to make these chips right here in America to bring down everyday cost and create good jobs.
Thousands of jobs, says the president. Missing a runway and ending up in a sandy embankment at San Diego's naval base Coronado, a civilian plane contracted to the military. No serious injuries. You're listening to ABC News.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Dell Technologies' semi-annual sale has arrived, and it's time to upgrade to the latest business technology. Save big on laptops and desktops with Windows 11 Pro. Plus, get amazing deals on server, storage, and cloud solutions, as well as top work accessories, including docks, monitors, and more. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL for special business offers during our semi-annual sale.
A federal judge is blocking enforcement of a new Arizona law that restricts how the public and journalists can film police. The judge agrees with the American Civil Liberties Union and media groups who argue it violates the First Amendment. The legislature has a week to decide if it wants to defend the law. Speaking with 3 astronauts aboard the International Space Station from NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, Vice President Harris.
And what we can do through food, through the growth of agriculture that feeds the species and the population, but also what we can do to improve the condition of human life.
Harris also led the Biden administration's second National Space Council meeting.
Since our last meeting, 8 new nations have signed on to the Artemis Accords, which established clear norms for civil space exploration, bringing the total of signatories to 21.
The accords are guidelines for the Artemis moon exploration program. An investigation by Brigham Young University found no evidence to support allegations that fans uttered racial slurs at a Duke volleyball player last month. The death of Queen Elizabeth II prompted producers to hit pause in the acclaimed Netflix series The Crown. Production will also be suspended the day of the Queen's funeral. The 5th season is supposed to premiere later on this year. This is ABC News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there's no way out? Get off the endless debt treadmill and start saving money each month. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Call Total Financial now at 800-208-1312. 800-208-1312.
Chuck Severson, ABC News.
Lunges forward for the pylon. Yankton touchdown.
Put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton.
Yankton touchdown.
Brought down right at the 20.
The bowling ball gets into the end zone. The touchdown, Yankton.
You are listening to Bucks Football on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
Mason Schramm and the Move Group, Hedro, Avera, Truxedo, Culligan Water, USD Athletics, 1919 Root Beer, Rhonda Westland State Farm, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, Buell's Cleaners, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, H&R Block, Top Notch Cleaners, the UPS Store, Yankton Medical Clinic, Hy-Vee, Olson's Pest Technicians, Gerstner Oil, Vision Care Associates, MT and RC Smith Insurance, First Dakota National Bank, First Chiropractic Centers, First National Bank of Omaha, Sherco.
Now, let's go to the field with KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Bucks football, Bryce Ladwig.
And we are live from Crane-Youngworth Field here in Yankton. Bryce Ladwig alongside my analyst Josh Boelter. Yankton Bucks football 2-0. Yankton Bucks looking to continue that winning way here to begin the 2022 season. First game at home. Started the season with 2 road victories, Josh, at Mitchell 45-6, and then at Spearfish last Friday 38-0. Watertown coming into this contest, having dropped their first game of the season to Brookings, but they just defeated another ESD opponent in Huron last Friday 34-19. Looking forward to an excellent matchup, football action here in a kind of interesting weather.
Yeah, and it's been off and on rain throughout the day.
clouds are still a little gray. It's supposed to go down a little bit from a 70% chance to a 50% chance kind of later in the evening as this game continues. No rain right now, but it's something that could play a factor in this game.
Yankton 2-0 on the season, 1-0 in ESD play. Watertown Arrows 1-1 overall, as I had said, and 1-1 in ESD play. And one thing we know, for Josh, for sure about this Watertown squad, they like to run the ball. And all eyes will be on Juven Hudson tonight here at Crane.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns on the season. He's averaging 103.5 yards per game, almost 5 yards a carry. He's a stud, and he's what makes this offense go. And that's kind of what you want in weather like this. Run the football, control the clock, to try to avoid any kind of freak accidents on plays, and he's going to be key tonight for Watertown.
Stopping the run and establishing the run, as you said, big factors to go into a victory here tonight. But there are some Bucks that would play giant factors in those two things that aren't dressed. Why don't you say who those players are?
Yeah, and there's a few players out on this Yankton offense that you'll usually see a lot of on offense and defense as well. Kason Storr is out here today. He's not dressed, as well as Matthew Sheldon not dressed, the starting fullback for this team, as well as linebacker. It's going to be interesting to see how a couple players will step up in those situations with those two being out in this one.
Yeah, Matthew Sheldon, 7 tackles on the season, just even on the defensive end. Such a huge factor for Yankton. But one thing we've already seen early on this season, Josh, is the depth that Yankton does have in each position. Really the mentality and the exhausted mentality at that, but the next man up really has applied for Yankton thus far.
Yeah, and you're going to see a couple guys step in there. Gavin Swanson's going to be playing both sides. He did a little bit, but you're going to see him taking a starting role later tonight here at linebacker in place of Matthew Sheldon.
And we're going to take our first break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Hy-Vee with a helpful smile in every aisle. Thank you for joining us on KYNT, KYNT-TV. We'll be back. We're going to go over our out-of-town scoreboard as well as our standings review. This is Bucks Football in your home for all things Yankton Athletics, KYNT, KYNT-TV.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
You've received a call or text message indicating there's a problem with your cell phone, your taxes, your Medicare benefits, or your utilities. And the only way to get it cleared up is to either put funds on a gift card or send cash. All of these are scams designed to obtain your hard-earned funds. Contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986. Another red flag is the call or text comes in after work hours or on the weekend. Don't become a victim. Let Consumer Protection do some checking for you before you send any funds.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
First Dakota is giving away new Ford F-150s to celebrate 150 years as a South Dakota bank. We owe it to the countless customers who have trusted us with their banking since 1872. And we want to say thanks by giving back. Nominate someone you know to win a new Ford pickup. Or go to firstdakota.com/150. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Bryce Ladwig. Thank you for joining us on KYNT at KYNTV, your home for Yankton Bucks football. And Crane-Youngworth Field here tonight, the home for what's hopefully the rest of the night, Josh, a dry football game. But I think we may have some more clouds and some light rain moving in.
Right, and and that's something that's going to be happening throughout the night. That's been projected in the weather forecasts all day. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays a factor in this one as the game goes on.
Let's jump into our standings review, brought to you by Ron Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland State Farm. And Josh, I wish I would have gotten my standings here. Oh, I have them. We're good. We're good.
I got 'em here.
All right, we'll start with the ESD standings for Yankton, and in this case, Watertown. Pierre is the number one team in the ESD, 2-0 in conference play. Brookings, Watertown, and Yankton are all tied for that second spot with one win in ESD play. Watertown 1-1, but at the end of the day, they don't count percentage or anything. It's just overall victories. And then Huron, Mitchell, and Aberdeen have all yet to secure an ESD victory, all 0-1 in conference play. Of course, Brookings is the back-to-back defending ESD conference champion, and they were defeated by Pierre pretty handedly very recently.
Yeah, and Pierre is just dominant as always, and it's going to be interesting to see as they go on throughout the year. The Bucks will get a chance to see them next week on the road, and they are looking good as always.
And then in the 11 AA standings, then I'll turn it over to Josh for the rest of the classes. Pierre 2-0 and number one in all of AA, 45 seed points. Yankton tied, I should say, for that top spot, 2-0, 45 seed points. And then tied for third would be Brookings and Mitchell, each 1-1, 43 seed points. T area then with 42. Aberdeen Central in 6, along with Spearfish, 39 seed points, both 0-2 records. And Sturgis Brown and Watertown would be tied for that last playoff spot if the playoffs were to start today, 38.5 seed points and 1-1 records. Douglas and Huron on the bottom, 0-2, 37.5. Let's go 11 AAA, Josh.
Yeah, looking at it here. Hold on just a sec there. Hey, looking at the Class 11 AAA standings, we have O'Gorman sitting at 2-0, tied for first with Rapid City Stevens, Sioux Falls Jefferson, and Sioux Falls Lincoln, all sitting at 2-0 apiece. Harrisburg in 5th at 1-1, and then you have 4 teams tied for 6th in that last spot there. You have Brandon Valley, Rapid City Central, Sioux Falls Roosevelt, and Sioux Falls Washington.
And then how about 11A? Let's go one class down.
Yeah, looking at the standings here, Del Rapids at 2-0, tied with a few teams here with Beersford at 2-0, Dakota Valley 2-0, Lennox 2-0, and West Central 2-0. Belle Fourche at 1-1, Canton and Madison at 1-1 as well, and Chamberlain and Vermilion at 0-2 as well. Looking here at 11B, Mount Vernon Plankton in first at 3-0, Aberdeen Roncalli at 3-0, McCook Central Montrose at 3-0, St. Thomas More 2-0, Bridgewater Emory Ethan, and Elk Point Jefferson at 3-0, as well as with Winter, who's at 3-0, Dual at 2-1, Sioux Valley at 2-1, and Woon West Springs Sanborn Central at 2-1 as well.
And then as we move into the 9-mans in our out-of-town scoreboard, we'll kind of look at those standings as well. You might be talking for a long time if you go over all the...
Yeah, let's just go down the list here. In 9AA, Hamlin and Howard tied at 3-0 apiece. In the standings, Hanson at 2-1, Elkton Lake Benton at 3-0, Florence Henry 1-1, tied for fourth as well with Freeman Marion and Freeman Academy, as well as Wall at 3-0, Parkston at 3-0, Viborg Hurley at 3-0, and Ipswich at 2-1. Taking a look at 9A in first is Warner at 3-0, Lyman at 3-0 in second, Castlewood in third at 2-0, Alistair Hudson 3-0 in fourth, Gregory in fifth at 2-0, DeBrook area at 3-0 in sixth, Harding County Bison, they're sitting at 2-1, tied for seventh with Timber Lake, who is also 2-1. Canastota at 1-2 in 9th, and Phillip in 10th at 1-1. Taking a look here at 9B, we have Harriet Selby area leading the way at 2-0. Kadoka area in 2nd at 2-1. Sully Buttes at 3-0 in that 3rd spot. Avon in 4th, tied with Carissa Stickney, both 2-1, as well as DeSmet at 2-1. Hitchcock Tulare at 3-0 in 7th. Jones County at 2-1 in 8th. In 9th, you have Faulkton area at 1-2, and bringing up the rear there is Faith at 2-1 in the 10th spot. And that's kind of look at your standings here throughout the great state of South Dakota.
And thank you, Josh. And now we will turn it over to our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized dealer. And go ahead and look at 2 other matchups throughout the state tonight. That'll be T Area and O'Gorman, both 2-0 on the season, as you had mentioned. That is at T Area, as well as Spearfish and Douglas out at where we just were, Lyle Hare Stadium last week in Spearfish. Both of those teams looking for their first victory of the season. And then tomorrow, there's 3 matchups. And, I'll tell you what, Josh, we keep talking about these Saturday matchups. Well, shortage of officials. And if you know someone that's interested in officiating, tell them to do so. They are deeply appreciated. And this is a gentle reminder to those in the stands that I always like to say, Josh, if you think you can do any better, well, you go out there and do it.
Here's your chance.
There's your chance. With the 3 matchups tomorrow, Huron hosting Brookings. Huron 0-2, Brookings 1-1. And then Pierre hosting Mitchell. That'd be a good matchup. 2-0 on the season is Pierre. Mitchell 1-1. And then Sturgis Brown and Aberdeen Central at Sturgis tomorrow evening as well. That is your out-of-town scoreboard. Again, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Hy-Vee pregame show live from Crane-Youngworth Field.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
What does your phone and an auto show have in common? When you go to BillionAuto.com, everything. Start searching over 7,000 vehicles instantly. Chevys, Kias, GMCs, Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Rams, and much more. Plus, negotiate your best deal on all pre-owned vehicles and apply for credit pre-approval all within a matter of minutes. 17 new car brands and thousands of used cars all in the palm of your hand. It's like an auto show every day at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted. Not all will be approved.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by F&BO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by F&BO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
A radio commercial for hearing loss is tricky. You see, there are 2 scenarios. Either it's you, or it could be the loved one you're with. Here's how to find out. If the radio is deafeningly loud right now, it's probably not you. If it's not deafeningly loud, look over at your loved one wearing earplugs. Maybe it's time to visit the hearing experts, Avera Medical Group Audiology Yankton. Doctors Matt Rumsey and Kendra Bailey can get you back to never missing a beat during a conversation. They offer the latest technology and free 2-week test drives. Call 605-655-1220.
Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat and catch the game. Whether it's dine in or carry out, Checkers menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and of course, wings. With 17 specialty wing flavors, there's a sauce for everyone, like buffalo, maple bacon, and Asian zing. And don't forget to try their sauce of the month. You can get all these hot and ready to eat Tuesday to Sunday at 11. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill, 689-2244.
These days, it seems every day is Casual Friday.
Employees now prefer comfortable, casual clothing.
And JJ Benji's is on top of it with a wide variety of clothing.
Polos, quarter zips, button shirts, t-shirts, caps, and more.
In the most popular styles and materials.
All that you can customize with your company's logo.
JJ Benji's can keep your employees looking sharp and comfortable.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, downtown Yankton.
For screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products,
JJ Benji's makes you look good.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
Welcome back here on the High V pregame show. Getting ready here for Watertown versus Yankton in football at the top of the hour. We got to take a look at a couple things first. First up, your colors of the game brought to you by Buell's Cleaners, offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. Taking a look at it here, starting with the visiting Watertown Arrows, and they're wearing white jerseys with purple stripes as well as those purple helmets. And for Yankton tonight, it's a special occasion here with the home opener. It's a blackout outside of the the helmets that are red. They have black jerseys, black pants with white numbers. They look really slick. So that's kind of a cool little thing here. If you're just listening to us on the radio, I mean, if you got a chance to see it, go over to our stream on KYNT TV and check that out. Looking here now at our fans of the game, brought to you by Triple Time Rudy's. No matter what you drive, make sure to fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's. 5 cents off each gallon of fuel on Saturdays. Just say you're a fan of KYNT or KYNTV. And, of course, there's going to be a great home crowd here tonight for Yankton, home opener on the season. It's always a great crowd for these home openers. And we just wanted to thank all of you for watching this on KYNTV. You never have to miss the action or Yankton action again. It's raining, you want to stay inside. Well, guess what? All you got to do, it's on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, online at KYNT1450.com, and its very own smart TV app on Roku and Apple TV devices. Download or subscribe today to ensure you are always watching Yankton's home stream. And we welcome back in our fearless leader here, Bryce Ladwig. Bryce, welcome back.
Hey, I'm afraid of things, like spiders. No, you're talking about the fans. I also want to mention for about, I think, the next 20 minutes or so, there is the hot dog feed over by the Yankton concessions or by the scoreboard for those that may just drive by a lot. If you're on the way right now, make sure you head on over there. It's free will donation, hot dog feed to support Garrett Nelson, Yankton Buck athlete, multiple sports. And I just know for sure Josh is a great kid. Was diagnosed, and I'm extremely sorry. I don't have the exact information in front of me, but it is of the cancer variety. He was diagnosed, and it's going to help the family. The proceeds will go to help the family with the travel costs for chemo and things and medical treatments of that nature. And so want to appreciate the kind of support that Yankton gives every one of its members, and special thanks to those that are willing to part with a few dollars and support a good cause and get some delicious hot dogs before what I'm hoping is an amazing football game.
Yeah, and it just shows how great this community is, how together it is to support a really good kid who, is having a tough time right now, and he's going to need the community support, and you're seeing it here tonight. Looking over there's a really big line. It's cool to see.
And I also want to thank those that Josh already kind of mentioned it, but those watching on KYN TV. But a special shout out to those watching at the official KYN TV watch party location, Finney's Sports Bar and Casino. With more TVs and a new improved menu, Bring your friends and family to Finney's for every game. Located in the mall, in the same location it's been for years. Same delicious food, some revamped items, and just new and improved Finney's Sports Bar and Casino. And it is quite the place to watch any sport, but especially tonight, Yankton at Bucks football. And maybe throughout the next couple weeks, so maybe take in some Yankton soccer, Yankton volleyball, Mount Marty's sports there as well. Just any time that you can get to KYNT TV, you will find, anytime you go to Finney's, you can find KYNT TV, the official watch party location, Finney Sports Bar and Casino. We're going to take another break here on the Hy-Vee pregame show. Come back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. Actually, I lied. We're going to jump into our pregame coach interview when we come back. We'll talk to head coach Brady and Muth a little bit more about this Watertown Arrows squad and what Yankton needs to do to go 3-0 to begin the season. We'll be back.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own, but with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
When it's time for school, it's time to stop at Cenex. You can fill up your car with high-quality gas and fill up your stomach with a quick breakfast. Maybe most important of all, you can fill up your mug with hot coffee. So all you students and teachers, skip the snooze button and head into Cenex on your way to school. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience and wishes all area students and faculty a thriving, successful school year.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please go forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Bryce Ladwig, and let's jump into our pregame coach interview brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-body draft root beer available. You can find it on tap at Charlie's Pizza or in large cans at Yankton Hy-Vee, being joined by Yankton Bucks football head coach Brady Muth. Coach, how we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing excellent. Ready for some Yankton Bucks football under the lights at Crane-Youngworth Field finally. How's it feel coming back home for a home game?
Yeah, you get your schedule in the spring and you look at it, you don't really think too much about road trips versus home and things like that, but I can tell you we're excited to get to play in front of our own crowd at Crane. Our kids really get excited about that, and part of that is just the support we get from people in town and our student section, our faculty. We're just really excited to be home.
Yeah, forgive me, I can't remember the last year that Watertown was at Crane. It's been a while since that old ESD rivalry has made its way to Yankton, am I right?
Yeah, last year was the first year we had played them, I think, in 7 years. And, as an old Yankton guy, this is a game that, as a player, we always looked forward to because you knew something was going to be on the line when Yankton and Watertown were playing. And the game was always that much more intense. You had to be, that much better that night. At least you felt that way as a player. And so it's a big deal to our program to be able to play Watertown again. And I'm sure a lot of the people in town that are associated with the program or just have watched Buck football for a long time can remember a lot of those games. And so that's been one thing we've talked to our kids about this week is, and that's one thing in Yankton we don't shy away from, tradition. We've got a great tradition here, and, of course, that means that expectations are going to be higher, but this is a big part of that tradition. And so I told our guys to just lean into that a little bit this week. I mean, understand Yankton Watertown is a big deal. It might not be a big deal to you right now, but 20 years down the road it's going to be, and it's for sure going to make a big impact on the kids that are coming up playing right after you. And so being able to get to play them and have a conference rivalry kind of reestablished is always great for a program, and we're really excited for the opportunity to play Watertown.
Coach, you've been scouting Watertown's offense, their entire team, obviously, throughout the week. What can you tell me about Yankton's? Let's just start with offense versus that Watertown defense.
Yeah, offensively, they run a 3-4 and out front. They'll stay more cover 2, where the teams that we saw a little bit more too high safety look from Spearfish this last week. Mitchell obviously gets in your face and plays man. Spearfish is a little bit of cover 2 and some cover 3 mixed in there. For the most part, Watertown will sit cover 4, cover 3, which helps our quarterbacks out as far as diagnosing things, as far as getting the ball in the right spot. And it's been fun to watch Rugby just kind of work through that process this week. He's really starting to grasp why he's doing things, and that's always a fun place to be for a coach when you can see a quarterback do that. And so they'll play an out front. They really don't want to get beat by the pass. And, fortunate for us, our run game has been a little bit successful here so far this season. And so their defense affords us a lot of opportunities to get in the right play. We just got to make sure we get in the right play and execute.
What does Yankton's defense have to do to be successful, Coach?
We got to stop their running game. They're going to spread things out on us. They'll run a lot of spread sets. But number 31, their running back, is a really, really talented kid. I know I sound like a broken record all the time, and I do coach during the track season. It's not just for me to go out and scout people, but you pay attention to things at track meets, and Juven had a really great track season, and we're well aware of his athletic ability, and we've got to make sure we know where 31 is all night long.
Coach, final thoughts going into the game, and as always, appreciate your time. So, final thoughts, Watertown week.
Yeah, coming into this season, our big push was to make sure that we were the more physical, the more aggressive team. And I told our guys, I said, I'm not going to get too caught up in scores or yardage. I know we had a really great night last Friday, yardage-wise, over 600 yards of offense. That's a nice mark to hit. But to me, the more important thing, and I think our guys are getting it, the more important thing is are we the more physical team? Sometimes a scoreboard, you don't need to have a score to tell you if you're a physical team or not. You can see with the way you play. And that's been the point of emphasis. It's going to be the point of emphasis for throughout the year is we've got to be the nastier team out there. And up to this point, we're progressing nicely through that. We've just got to make sure that we keep taking steps in the right direction with our physicality and our aggressiveness and just nastiness. And, again, Friday night's a really good opportunity for us to take one more step in the right direction.
Coach, good luck, and we'll talk to you. We'll talk to the coaches at postgame, and we'll talk to you on the Coach's Corner.
All right, sounds good, Bryce.
That was Coach Brady Muth, Yankton Bucks football, taking on Watertown here tonight at Crane-Youngworth Field. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Hy-Vee pregame show.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
South Dakota Coyote football is back, and we can't wait to see you back in the Dakota Dome. Presented by Midco, the Coyotes will host Cal Poly in the Dakota Dome at 1 p.m. on Saturday, September 17th. It's Ag Appreciation Day, so check out the Ag displays east of the Dakota Dome prior to the game. Join Coyote Nation in the Dakota Dome for the Coyote football home opener, Saturday, September 17th at 1 o'clock. Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
Hey Yankton, Hedro is excited to announce we have new wages. General production, entry level, now starting at $17 an hour, and entry level cast house starting at $18.75, with skilled positions even higher. Dollar shift differential as well. We offer day one benefits and monthly profit sharing with a variety of shifts available. Go to jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton. That's jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton, or call Evie 605-668-2344.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
Exciting news, Yankton area. Amazon Delivery is hiring. Amazon Delivery is searching for drivers to deliver packages in the Yankton area. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and pass an Amazon background check. Work for a company with competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and job security. If you are interested in becoming an Amazon Delivery driver, please contact Yankton Computer at 605-664-2222 to find out more and to fill out an application today.
SWAT Chiropractic in Yankton has a newer research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. Dr. Swatsky takes the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educates his patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. He administers a range of treatments and preventative approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
Yankton is thriving. This is Nancy Winandy of Yankton Thrive. We've improved our quality of life in Yankton with projects like the Aquatic Center and Mount Marty Fieldhouse. We've addressed housing issues with the Westbrook Estates development. And to grow our workforce, we've conducted virtual job fairs, recruitment marketing, and offered scholarship opportunities for careers in our high-need areas. Yes, Yankton is thriving thanks to all the great people and companies that make Yankton their home. For more on Yankton Thrive, go to yanktonsd.com.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. This is Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. Yankton Bucks football here from Crane-Youngworth Field. Welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. Help us smile in every aisle. Let's jump into our matchup analysis, Josh. Kind of go over the tail of the tape, if you will, along with some stats. And I'll just go over some team numbers and hand it over to you before we get into our key player of the game and our vision of the game. But yards per game as a team, actually should start with points. 41.5 for Yankton per game, 18.5 for Watertown. Yankton allowing just 3 points per game. And obviously it's a 2-game sample size, but it just looks cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's basically the 85 Bears reincarnation.
Yeah, basically. It's the same thing, same level. But 22.5 allowed by Watertown. Yards per game average, 520 total offensive yards for Yankton per game, 228.5 for Watertown. And then passing yards per game, Yankton pretty even as far as rushing and passing. It's about a 3-1, but 278 yards per game in the air and 484 on the ground. Watertown 64 per game in the air and 164.5 on the ground. Defensively, Yankton has gotten to the quarterback 3 times this season and has picked the ball out of the air 3 times as well. And they, Josh, have only allowed 1 rushing touchdown. Obviously, that goes when you only allow 3 points per game. But just the defense has done an excellent job of plugging all the gaps in the slots and up the middle. If they've gotten beaten in any regard whatsoever as far as yardage is concerned, it has been on the very outside.
Yeah, and there's been a couple deep passing plays we've seen the last few weeks. There was a play on a halfback wheel that kind of broke for a big play against Mitchell, as well as a couple deep passes on go routes to De La Hoya last week. That resulted in some big plays. So it's going to be interesting to see if Yankton can contain that. Tonight they're playing a team in Watertown that likes to run the ball, though, so keep an eye for that. Maybe they'll try to run outside a little bit. But, yeah, it's something that if there's one spot, if you're the Yankton defense, you want to see improvement, that's it right there.
Yeah, running is going to be very important. You could even say it is the vision of the game, brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you.
Yeah, you got to run the ball tonight, and it's going to be key. Kind of rainy weather. It's been off and on. You never know when a ball's going to be slick. It's kind of risky to throw as much as Yankton likes to, but they do have a good running attack. You look at it, they get it done with a couple guys here. Reichen, 192 yards rushing on the season and a touchdown. Gavin Swanson averaging 5.5 yards per carry. He's a beast. Shaler Platt's even gotten some really good carries, has 66 yards on the season and a touchdown. I mean, all those guys are going to have to step up and do that. And then, of course, that also goes with the offensive line as well. You look at those guys starting KYNT Store out tonight, but, Wavernick, Picorni, Antrovis, LaPointe, Bernardo, those guys are going to be key tonight, and I think that really is important.
The key players of the game brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. So you said the offensive line key players of the game. Who are some other people? You've kind of already went through them, but just let's talk on the defensive end, kind of what we're looking for the Bucks.
Yeah, defensively, Gavin Swanson starting tonight in place of Matthew Sheldon, who did not dress. He's going to be key. We talked about how much Watertown likes to run the football. It's going to come down to that second level, and that's where Yankton likes to do a lot of their attack, and the defense is coming down from that second level with safeties as well as linebackers, and that's going to be interesting. And they're going to have their hands full tonight with Juven Hudson. We talked about him. He's a key player for Watertown. 207 rush yards on the season, averaging over 100 yards per game. Almost 5 yards of carry as well as 3 touchdowns. The guy's a beast, and this Yankton defense is going to have to step up and find a way to stop that ground game.
So you know me, Josh. I like to grind the film, right? So I was watching some Watertown games in preparation of this game ahead of us. And, they always say he has a quick first step. He has a fine first step. But what I'm most impressed with him is you'll see once he gets about 2 or 3 steps under him, his acceleration moving forward through the gaps and getting into that second level of the defense. That's going to be something interesting to watch with Juven Hudson.
Yeah, and those guys are dangerous. Obviously, if you can have the guy who's just, Bo Jackson every play ready from the first step, that's awesome. But, it's some of those guys that can deceive you a little bit, get a couple steps, and then go. They take their time and then hit the hole, and you see that with Hudson a lot, and it shows on the stat line. Over 100 yards per game. We talked about that. He's a beast, and that's going to be key for that Yankton defense with Swanson playing tonight at linebacker. And we know he's capable. He's a great athlete, but, it's something a little different starting here when you haven't been starting the season at linebacker.
This broadcast would not be possible without our sponsor partners, America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. And Boston Shoes to Boots. Footwear expert since 1915, Boston Shoes to Boots carries high-quality work boots, casual, athletic, and dress shoes for men and women. Located at 3rd and Broadway, or BostonShoesToBoots.com. And Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Hy-Vee pregame show live from Crane-Youngworth Field, Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNT-TV.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
You've received a call or text message indicating there's a problem with your cell phone, your taxes, your Medicare benefits, or your utilities. And the only way to get it cleared up is to either put funds on a gift card or send cash. All of these are scams designed to obtain your hard-earned funds. Contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986. Another red flag is the call or text comes in after work hours or on the weekend. Don't become a victim. Let Consumer Protection do some checking for you before you send any funds.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show. Yankton Bucks about to take the field.
Come the Bucks! Welcome in here for your starting lineups. We're going to start here with the Yankton offense. Taking a look here, the signal caller, number 14, Rugby Riken. We talked about him, dual threat guy, 8 total touchdowns on the year. At running back, you have Gavin Swanson, number 30, as well as number 32, Shaler Platt. At the wide receiver position, you have Cody Oswald, number 3. On the other outside, you have Austin Goebel, number 1. And in the slot, number 10, Tyler Solar. At tight end, number 4, Tucker Gilmore. Moving over to the offensive line, number 60, Caden Wavernick. At left guard, number 63, Bryce Picorni. At number 50, or at center, number 57, Dominic Antrovis. Number 75, Daly LaPointe at right guard. And rounding at the offense at right tackle is number 71, Luke Bernardo. Moving over to the Yankton Bucks defense, we have at defensive tackle, we have number 55, Tyson Prouty. At the nose guard position, we have number 54, Vaden Greel. At the other tackle position, we have number 77, Peyton Eustace. Moving up to the linebackers, once again, starting for Matthew Sheldon tonight is number 30, Gavin Swanson.
And we are actually going to just go ahead and keep right here for the national anthem. I think it's home opener, Josh. Let's have the national anthem. anthem play.
Sing our national anthem. All veterans and out-of-uniform military personnel may salute the flag.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, Josh, why don't you go ahead and continue with our starting lineups?
Yeah, continue here. We're looking at linebacker. We'll start that part over again. Gavin Swanson, number 30, filled in for Matthew Sheldon tonight. Shaler Platt, as well as Charlie Foote, starting at linebacker. Moving over to the safety positions, we have Lucas Kampshoff and Cody Oswalt. At corner, number 2, Mac Riken, and number 10, Tyler Solar. And the free safety, Rainer Roig, number 26. Special teams, you have the kicker and punter, Trevor Paulson, number 7. Kick return, we have Austin Goebel or Evan Sirk, pending on the play. Punt returning, Cody Oswalt. And field goals as well is Trevor Paulson. Long snapper, Charlie Foote. Moving over now to the Watertown offense. We're going to take a look here. The signal caller, Alex Carey, number 3. Running back, you have Juven Hudson. Wide receiver, you have Ashton First in Trouble, Cohen Krantz, Dalton Baumgartner, and Jesse Werner. On the offensive line, number 62, left tackle, Chase Crocker. Left guard, Caden Blaze. Left or center, Landon Peary. At right guard, Brock Etram, and at right tackle, Kobe Locker. Moving over to defense, on the line, you have number 58, Brock Etram, number 65, Jaden Lambert, and Caden Beaucamp. At linebacker, in this 3-4 defense here for Watertown, you have number 5, Simon Hendricks, number 9, Austin Johnson, number 27, Spencer Wenches, and number 88, Mason Whiting. Moving over to the cornerback position, you have number 11, Ashton First in Trouble, and number 35, Owen Sparse. At free safety, Jesse Wenner, and at strong safety, number 8, Dalton Baumberger. Once again, punting is Wenches, who we mentioned earlier, and kicking is number 39, Tommy Foley. And that's a look at your starting lineups there for both teams.
Brought to you by First Chiropractic Center, whole health with hands-on healing. Our officials of the game are brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the field. And Josh, do you have the officials?
We do here. Take a look here at your officials tonight are Tracy Boone, Michael Perrion, Dave Spellmeyer, Patrick Spellmeyer, and Chad Veer.
And we'll go ahead and thank a few more of our sports partners. Again, without them, this broadcast not made possible. J&H Cleaning, carpet, upholstery, area rugs, air ducts, dryer vents, power washing, and janitorial services for businesses. Dirty doesn't stand a chance. If it's dirty, J&H can clean it. Check out jhcleaningsd.com. And Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Back in 2 minutes, we'll come back with the kickoff here from Crane-Youngworth Field. It's Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNT-TV.
First Dakota is giving away new Ford F-150s to celebrate 150 years as a South Dakota bank. We owe it to the countless customers who have trusted us with their banking since 1872. And we want to say thanks by giving back. Nominate someone you know to win a new Ford pickup or go to
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
A radio commercial for hearing loss is tricky. You see, there are two scenarios. Either it's you, or it could be the loved one you're with. Here's how to find out. If the radio is deafeningly loud right now, it's probably not you. If it's not deafeningly loud, look over at your loved one wearing earplugs. Maybe it's time to visit the hearing experts, Avera Medical Group Audiology Yankton. Doctors Matt Rumsey and Kendra Bailey can get you back to never missing a beat during a conversation. They offer the latest technology and free 2-week test drives. Call 605-655-1220.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee pregame show, and we'll just go ahead and stop saying that because we're about to be right at kickoff. But Hy-Vee is a helpful smile in every aisle. Team captains coming out to midfield right now: Tyler Solar, Cody Oswald, Mac Reichen, as well as Trenton Jerk out for Yankton. And get the coin toss here, and who will have possession here to begin the first half. Went over, I don't know if Josh, you went over coaches, but Watertown coached by John Hordorf. And then Yankton, head coach Brady Muth, Justin Olson is DC, Terry Huber, the OC, Brandon Colpitz, special teams coach. And then assisted by Brady Hale, Matt Decker, Jason Savvy, and Dan Schwach. I think I got them all the first time around this time.
Yeah, you didn't forget Brady. I'm proud of you.
No.
You know, and Yankton's going to be actually receiving the football here to start this one. Coach Muth has talked about in the past how he likes to defer to the second half, get that extra possession. But here you're going to see him on offense to start the game.
Well, Josh, last thoughts for we have kickoff here. Key to a victory for the Yankton Bucks. First home victory, and it would be a 3-0 start if they can pull this off.
We talked about it with kind of the iffy weather in the pregame. You know, run the ball, lean on Swanson, lean on Platt, lean on that offensive line, and control the game.
Thanks to everyone watching on KYN TV or listening on KYNT, especially those at Finney's Sports Bar and Casino, the official KYN TV watch party location. Yeah. With more TVs and a new improved menu, bring your friends and family to Finney's for every game. And Watertown coming out for the kickoff. And with that kickoff, it will be Tommy Foley, 5'9" junior.
On to kick for the Arrows, number 39.
You know, Bryce, I got just one question for you as we get ready here. Are you ready for some football?
I am absolutely pumped. Home openers are something special, Josh, and no exception, you know, rain or not. It's actually kind of nice weather. This is kind of my kind of weather, to be honest with you. Overcast skies. And the sun will go down eventually anyway. It'll be dark, and hopefully Yankton will be lighting up the scoreboard. And out to return, Austin Goebel in the back, along with Evan Sirk, and this game is underway here from Crane-Youngworth Field. Austin Goebel brings it past the Yankton at 20 and will be spun down to the turf, let's say at the 22-yard line, and that is where Yankton's offense will come out for their first possession.
Yeah, and you know, and that's the key there. You just want to get past that 20 there on that, and you saw it right there for the Bucks on this one, getting it about the 22.
Roby Reichen and company have two receivers to the left, one to the right. And, of course, the bowling ball, Gavin Swanson in the backfield. We've highlighted him a few times in the pregame of how important he will be to this matchup. Watertown 3 down linemen. Roby claps his hands. There's the snap. First handed to Gavin Swanson. Goes off the left guard. He has some room to his left. He gets to the 30. Now cuts to the outside to the sideline. He gets to the Yankton 40. To the 50. He still has room. I think he stepped out of bounds. And they're going to drop the marker right at the Yankton 46-yard line. Well, what a gain for Gavin Swanson to begin the very first offensive play of the game.
Yeah, Swanson there, nice run, being able to bounce it out there for about a gain of 24 yards on that one, and nice play to start if you're the Bucks.
Yankton first down, fresh set now. Gavin Swanson gets a handoff again. Same spot this time, not nearly as many yards. Gains about a yard or two off of the right hip of that left guard. And that will bring up a 2nd and 9. Ball on Yankton's 47. We're about 30 seconds into this thing.
Yeah, Yankton starting aggressive early, running the ball.
2 receivers to the right. And there's the snap. And a swing pass out to Gavin Swanson through his hands. Forward pass, though, so incomplete. But right there, I think we already had our first instance, Josh, of a wet ball.
Yeah, and that's something where those are kind of hard to catch from the first place, catching those swing patterns, and the rain didn't help on that one.
3rd and 9 now for Yankton. Clock stops for the first time. 11:18. Well, I guess it would be the second time. 11:18 to go here in the first quarter. And Tyler Stoller set in motion left to right, joins the 2 receivers on the right side. There's a snap. Rugby looking left to pass. He's looking for Cody Oswald. He has it for a first down. Cuts upfield. He cuts in toward the hash marks and is brought down shy of the Watertown 30-yard line. And we brought down at the Watertown, say, 32. Very smart play by Yankton to move the chains for Yankton. 21-yard reception. Now handoff Swanson. Swanson has some room on the right side, now has to cut out. And that opening, I had said, Josh, is closed in just as quickly as that opened, as Swanson is spun down to the Crane-Youngworth field turf right at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, cutting it out again. Seen a lot of that so far here from Swanson. But nice play on that 3rd down, kind of that go-to, that hitch route on the left side.
2nd and 7. And now it's Tucker Gilmore set in motion into the slot. Rugby looking to pass. Under some pressure, has a step up in the pocket. Now screams out to the left and toss out, and there's going to be a holding going to the backfield on Yankton. I saw that one clear as day.
Yeah, right call. A little hesitant there just because of the delay to call it, but either way, I believe it's the right call. It looked like that was on the left guard there, Bacorny.
Yep, Rugby had to step up in the pocket, and right then I think there's a little bit of a, nope, not so fast, you come back to me kind of situation, and it is going on Yankton. That will back him up. And so.
Looks like they're going to call that on Wavernick, actually. Yep. That situation, my bad.
Once the offensive line gets moving, they kind of all gel together. It's kind of the point, right? And so now it is moved back to the 43-yard line. 2nd and 17 for Yankton. And we have a timeout going to be taken by Yankton. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro. And Hedro, this one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Yankton Bucks football.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450.
Second and 20, and now Rugby Reagan sends Austin Goebel in motion left to right. There's the snap. Rugby looking to pass, has some time, has to scramble out to his left. Looking for a clean pocket. Now he'll have to scramble all the way out to the sideline. And will be brought down behind the line, barely, but yet behind the line. Very small loss on the play for Yankton.
Yeah, Riken tried to extend the play there, wasn't able to find anybody. Looks like he got close. Actually, they're going to call this at about the 46.
So a loss of about 3. So 3rd and 23 now for Yankton. 2 receivers on each side. Gavin Swanson, the lone back. Rugby takes the snap. Looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket, looking for some room, and he is going to be brought down at the Watertown 41-yard line. Gain of about 5, but that will be enough to bring out the punt crew for Yankton. Trevor Paulson.
Yeah, and that's offensive line didn't necessarily hold up the best on that drive, but I still am wondering about that holding penalty. It was from the 29-yard line where the play started. Then all of a sudden you look after a holding, they're back at the 43. That's a 14-yard holding penalty. Math's not adding up there to me.
Yeah, well, you know I can't do that math. But no, I was also confused. Nice snap to Trevor Paulson. Takes his time to get the punt off. Probably a little too much time, almost blocked. But it does take a very minor Watertown spin on impact, and it will be down at the 21-yard line. So basically just like a touchback. Now Watertown will have their first offensive possession of the game. Yankton did move the ball quite well, but just really got jammed there in the last 3 or 4 plays, Josh.
Yeah, and and that's something that the Bucks are going to have to recover. That holding penalty kind of killed the drive in that situation. It's interesting to see how the Bucks can respond after kind of getting off to a hot start in that first drive.
And all eyes will be on Juven Hudson, the running back for Watertown, just really the centerpiece of this Watertown offense. In that running back position, kind of a power running formation for Watertown. Hudson gets the ball and moves out to the left, gets to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line, and is forced out of bounds by a multitude of Yankton Bucks. And they're going to give him the 20. Josh, when you have the near official, then the far official in 2 different spots, and then the ball also, I'm just going to start using the middleman.
It looks like 26 from over on the sticks, but hard to tell from here.
But yeah, the 26-yard line is where they ended up placing it. And under center, by the way, Alex Carey, the 6-foot senior for Watertown. Really be facilitating this run game as Hudson gets a handoff again and takes some Bucks with him past the 30-yard line to the 31. And a gain of about 5 on the play for Hudson. And that will be enough for a Watertown first down.
Yeah, they're going to move the sticks on that one, but that's the key. If you're a running offense, get 4 or 5 yards of carry, move those sticks in about 2 or 3 plays, and keep a drive alive.
Ball placed at the 32. And Watertown, one of those teams that get the call right from the sideline. So a good chance for Yankton's defense to catch their breath when they need to. Not that they have too many two-way players, but they do have a handful. And now the snap, Hudson gets the handoff. Now spins out to the right and is brought down in the backfield by Yankton. And on it, I believe that was Shaler Platt on the tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, that was Platt. Nice job there. Got in there and made the stop. Yankton playing really inside. I counted 8 guys in the box there on that play, cheating up to stop Hudson.
Yeah, and then you just really are putting a lot of pressure on your D-backs and your safeties on the outside, but it's a challenge that Yankton has risen to so far this season. As you said, we had 3 down linemen, but the box is being packed. Hudson gets it again and runs right into that packed box. And what a gain for Juven Hudson. Gets to the Watertown 39-yard line. It's a gain of about 9.
Yeah, nice run there by Hudson. Just hit the hole and found the lane and got a third and manageable here for Watertown. But like you said, Yankton creeping up with 8 guys in the box. We're interested to see if Watertown tries to test that out a little bit and throw the ball.
And that is a timeout taken on the field by Watertown. Timeouts brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers, Hedro. When you're ready for a break and maybe looking for a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, still no score. 7:57 to go here in the first.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please go forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
And Carey gets the snap, hands it off to Hudson. He will be past the first down marker on the left hash marks, and the sticks will move. We have some extracurriculars going on right after the whistle. Gain of 9 for Hudson. So far, Josh, he's getting those tough yards and is as advertised.
Yeah, and outside of that one play by Platt, he's really been dominating, hitting the hole and getting 5+ yards of carry, and we've seen on these last 2.
It's one of those things, if you're not going to get him at the line, then you're probably going to get him 4 or 5 yards past it. It's just the way it's been going so far. And we kind of have a bunch set going on the right side, right near the right tackle, as Hudson gets the handoff again, gets past midfield, and about 6 Yankton Bucks there to slow him down just shy of the Yankton 45.
Yeah, and once again there, that one I thought maybe Watertown got away with a bit of a hold there. against Prouty, but either way to capitalize and get 7 yards on that run.
6:55 to go here in the first. 2nd and 4 for Watertown.
Yeah, and this is exactly how Watertown wants to play this game. Bleed the clock, get 5 yards of carry, run the ball, and stay in control on offense.
Yankton with their 3-3 set. But moving guys all around the box right now. A little bit of misdirection on the defensive end. Hudson gets a handoff, goes to the right hash marks, has some room, cuts now up to the middle of the field, and then just loses his footing under him, or his footing, I should say, but still ended up gaining about 4 yards after, and will be slowed down after 11 yards right at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and it's been Hudson the entire time, this whole drive, and they're taking their time, bleeding that clock, and running down the field.
And it's now the Arrows really moving these chains, fresh set of downs. His defense just looking for a stop, or at least a slow down Hudson. Another handoff to Hudson. Goes right up the middle, and that's what Yankton needs, is a minimal gain of about 2, maybe 3 yards. See, depending on where they mark it, at the 32. So gain of about 3 for Hudson.
About 2 or 3 there, and this second down is going to be the key for Yankton. They've given up a lot of big plays on second down here. If they can hold this, maybe force Watertown to throw, get off the field.
So a big second down play here. Just a couple ticks over 5 minutes to go in the first period here at Crane-Youngworth Field. One receiver in each set. I don't think any secret what's going to happen here. Hudson gets the handoff and now goes off the left guard and does get spun down at the Yankton 24-yard line, right at the first down marker after a gain of 8, and that will move the chains. It's another first down for Watertown, and we talked about it, Josh, and sometimes we talk about it because, well, who's the key player in Watertown, but Hudson really is proving to be a very big problem for Yankton.
Yeah, he is this offense. Where he goes, this offense goes, and you're seeing that so far as they've been marching down the field with the ground game.
And see where they give the ball to Hudson now as we have a flag coming out from the Watertown side. Let's figure out what this call is.
Yeah, and if this is something on Watertown, this could change the drive for Yankton the same way you saw on the other end.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense.
Encroachment on Yankton, so that will help the Watertown cause, make it 1st and 5 for the Arrows as they are now inside the red zone.
Yeah, not what you want there. Watertown already having success getting 4 or 5 yards a pop. You don't want to give them a free 5 yards. And unfortunately for Yankton, that's just what happened.
And we do have some rain coming down here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Very light drizzle, but it won't affect Watertown too much. They're running this ball. And Hudson gets a handoff again and is able to grind to about the Yankton 16-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play for Watertown. They don't care if it's 8 yards, Josh, 9-3, as long as they keep moving the chains and getting closer to that end zone.
Right, and that's exactly what they're doing. You're seeing it's not a very complex offense. It's the same 2 or 3 plays, line up, run the ball, and you're seeing it early on here.
And now Hudson just waiting in the backfield. Now Carey gets a handoff to Hudson, and Hudson is slowed down by Yankton. And I believe that was Charlie Foote on the tackle. And slowed down right about I think they're marking at the 12-yard line. And so that brings up another fresh set of downs for Watertown. Not even 1st and goal. They still have a little bit of wiggle room, so.
Right, and that's exactly what you want if you're Watertown. That way you're not sitting at 1st and goal from the 10, maybe in a situation where you might have to pass the end of the drive. Now they can go try to get the sticks instead of the end zone.
And now Hudson lined up to the right of the quarterback, Carey. Hudson gets a handoff on the left hash marks. Is inside the 5 and spun down hard to the turf, but he'll take that gain. And Shaler Platt along with Rainer Roig on the tackle. And Watertown now just a yard away from a whole fresh set of downs.
Yeah, once again there, Yankton got beat to the edge. I've only seen that play twice in this drive, the very first play of the drive, and it worked again there for Watertown.
And now it's Carey. Ready to take the snap. He does. Chest high. Hand off to Hudson. Hudson trying to find a hole. He may be slowed down to the back end. He is. No, he's still on his feet. He crosses the opposite side of the field now cuts to the middle and is eventually brought down in the backfield. And was that Charlie Foot on the tackle? No, actually, that was Tyson Prouty.
Yeah, nice play there by Prouty, but Wells Charlie Foot kind of making that initial break in there to stop that. And that might be the break Yankton needs here. Possibly having to throw, or you could see Watertown try to run, get 4 or 5 yards in this, and go for it on 4th even.
That play broke down twice for Watertown, and they just had to keep attacking. Yankton did, and eventually that's what happens, Josh. We just make sure you get into the backfield no matter what. And as you said, ball in the 12 now, 3rd and 8 for Watertown. Hudson, handoff into the middle. He's inside the 5 again and is slowed down. And that will, I believe, give them the 1st and goal that they're looking for. Or will it be just short? They are just short of the 1st and goal. So it is 4th and 1 now. Ball on the 5, or excuse me, on the 4. Minute 53 to go in the 1st. Josh, right now, we keep saying this as the game goes along, biggest play of the game.
Yeah, and it really is. And this is exactly what I was talking about. They ran it, tried to get 4th and short, and this is exactly what Watertown wants.
I wonder if they're going to hand up to Hudson.
Just a hunch.
Carry to Hudson on the right hash marks. They do have the 1st and goal, but short of the end zone. I don't think they're going to give him this.
It's going to be interesting. It's so close and hard to tell from here.
Or I should say I think they are going to give him this is what I meant. And
that looks like right on the 3 to me.
And oh, we have the chains coming out. I think it's the first chain measurement we've had this season, Josh.
Yeah, to my knowledge, I believe it is. And either way, good job by that Yankton defense there on that play to at least, make it close even if they're not able to get this to go their favor.
The harder you make them work, the better, even in the long term. So here come the chains. And I think they're short. They're short. It's a stop by Yankton. Yankton stops them within their own 5-yard line. The defense held strong after being dragged down the field. They held them when it mattered, Josh. A big stop for Yankton. Now the offense takes over on their own 3-yard line.
Yeah, nice stop there. An 8-minute drive from Watertown ends up with 0 points on that possession. Heck of a stop inside the red zone. Defense standing tall, standing proud, and getting the ball back for their offense.
Now Rugby and this offense deep in their own zone, but they don't care. They just love to stop.
Yeah, and the rain is starting to come down here as well. Really starting to pour here at Crane-Youngworth Field.
It's an omen. And there is the snap. Quick toss out to Tyler Solar in the flat. Tyler Solar now turns up to the sideline. He has some speed. Will he beat some arrows? And he does. He does step out of bounds, but after a nice gain, as he is slowed down right at the Yankton 28-yard line, 27-yard line, after 23-yard reception for the Bucks. Yankton wasting no time. And now another same play, opposite side. As Tyler Solar cuts into the hash marks, now to the outside, and it is brought down again after another 1st down play. This time is slowed down right at the 43-yard line after a 16-yard reception.
Yeah, Bucks really spreading it out with those screen passes here. All of a sudden, 40 yards on these last 2 plays.
Ball is deflected up, an incomplete pass. And with the deflection is number 67 for Watertown, Caden Beaucamp, a 6'2 junior.
Yeah, Beaucamp blew through the line and popped that one up in the air. Nice play by Reichen. I thought he was going to try to catch there, but just bats it down and lives to fight another day.
And now we have a stack on the right side, 3 receivers basically in that slot area. And now Rugby takes a snap. Toss out to the right to Tyler Solar, and he is just blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Watertown read that like all the way, and that was textbook, to be completely honest with you, on that tackle. Would like to see Yankton run the ball a little bit more on this offensive drive, but either way, now find themselves in 3rd and 10.
Ashton first in trouble with that big defensive play. It's 3rd and 8 now for Yankton. Rugby takes a snap, has some extra protection as he rolls to his left. Toss downfield to Tyler Solar. He brings it in right before he steps out of bounds. Nice reception for Yankton. Tyler Solar points for a 1st down. The chains will move. And now Yankton in Watertown territory. After a 20-yard reception and the ball on the 37-yard line. Rugby now takes a snap, has to step up in the pocket. He has some pressure behind him. He knows it now. Tries to grind as many yards out of that as he could. And gets to the 33-yard line of Watertown. About a 4-yard gain as 18 seconds keeps ticking by as the first quarter will come to a close. But I think Yankton has one more play in him.
Yeah, and you talk about that clock in Reichen's head. He found it there and was able to avoid the pressure.
And a quick push pass off to Tucker Gilmore. Has some room, uses a lead, a blocker, and is brought down at the 20, maybe the 21-yard line, depending on ball placement. No, right on top of the 20-yard line. That's enough for a Yankton first down and the end of the first quarter. Still no score, and we've had some exciting plays, Josh, and some exciting drives. Hopefully this one isn't over yet. It is time for a Culligan water break as we begin quarter number 2. Culligan, your local water expert specializing in water softeners, water filtration, and bottled water. We'll be back in 1 minute from Crane-Youngworth Field, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
Ball on the 20-yard line. Watertown's 20, 1st and 10. Quick handoff to Gavin Swanson. Goes to the right hash marks. Is at the 5 and will be brought down within the 5-yard line. And is stopped right at the 2. And Yankton quite literally knocking on the door of the first score of this game. They are in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. And that'll be a power run coming up for Rugby Reichen. He gets it and will get into the end zone. You can put 6 up on the board. That is a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Yankton leading 6-0. And rumbling Rugby Reichen, the first one to hit pay dirt for Yankton.
Yeah, how about Reichen on that, diving, making the extra effort. You love to see that. And he once again gets that touchdown there.
And there's our first scoring drive brought to you by Gerstner Oil. Make sure to stop into Triple Time Rudy's today. Make sure you fuel up always at Triple Time Rudy's. And Trevor Paulson out for the extra point. Low snap, but a nice hold and a nice kick. Yankton 7, Watertown nothing. 11:41 to go here in the second quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute on your home for Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
And Rugby Reichen with the run into the end zone, the 2-yard run. Got some nice blocking up front. You can say the block of the game brought to you by H&R Block. Open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. Call 665-3366. Yankton 7, Watertown nothing. 11:41 on the clock. And there's the big boom from Trevor Paulson. And Juven Hudson back to return. And he does so right in his own end zone, 1 foot inside. Now brings it out to the 20 and is absolutely just demolished at the 20-yard line by Yankton. Who was on that tackle? Was that?
I think it was Trevor Paulson.
That was Trevor Paulson. Go get him.
Let's go. You know, Coach Moot talked about him being an athlete, and you saw it right there. Kickers can make tackles too.
Punters are athletes, and Trevor Paulson just showed that. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Brady Muth isn't very happy with that because he wants him to stay healthy no matter what the entire season. But you just love to see that passion, Josh. And what a nice tackle from Trevor Paulson.
Yeah, and that's something that can get a team motivated, seeing a kicker make a tackle like that. And, we've talked about how good of an athlete he is. But, I'm going to quote our cameraman, Brayden Butler there. That was for the brand. If you know that reference, you'll understand it. But anyways, Watertown takes over now.
11:33 to go in the first half. And now we know what this is here as Hudson gets the handoff. And goes right up the middle and tumbles all the way to the Watertown 28-yard line and gain of about 8 yards.
That's something we're going to look into, see if we can send that into the Pat McAfee show.
we do. Oh, man. Go Trevor Paulson. I think we have a contender for our move of the game just because it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 2 for Watertown. Carey takes the snap, but we have a whistle, and I believe it's going to be a false start, on Watertown. We'll find out. Yeah, false start going on Watertown. That will back them up 5.
Yeah, big there. A team that wants to run the ball, 5 yards can make a difference on any given play. Now you're looking at 2nd and long compared to 2nd and short.
And eventually, I'm not to put you on the spot, we'll look at the next break, how many carries Juven Hudson already has. And it's just, we're barely started into the second quarter.
Every single play he has touched the ball so far, and he when we say he is that offense, we mean he is that offense, that offensive line. But either way, 2nd and 7 now.
And Carey, the snap, hand up to Hudson, right hash marks this time. Charlie Foote able to bring him down, but after a gain to the Watertown 29-yard line.
Yeah, 6 yards on that play. Watertown getting right back on schedule here now, a 3rd and short, exactly where they want this game to be in order to try to move the sticks.
And Watertown getting their offensive sign from the sideline. Carey taking his time. The silent snap, now to Hudson, goes right up the middle. It's slowed down by Yankton.
Looks like he's going to get that, though. But once again, Yankton doing a nice job of stopping it for more than giving up 2 yards. But it looks like he's going to get the first down on that.
You look at the first down, but he just got enough. I'm really impressed. I think Yankton is getting better now, more adapted to his running. What I'm saying, Josh, is it looks like they're getting to the line of scrimmage sooner, into those gaps sooner.
Yeah, and that's the key. And that might also be a little bit of fatigue on the Watertown side. You run the ball every play. You get tired on both sides doing that.
At least 95% of the snaps, right? It has to be at this point. So, and now Carey. The snap, and the handoff to Hudson. Hudson going to the left side, left hash marks, cuts into the middle of the field, and is cut up at the Watertown 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 7 on the play. And I'll bring up a 2nd and 3, maybe 4, depending on their placement here.
Yeah, they're going to go with a gain of 7. And once again, Watertown staying on schedule, moving the ball, get it going.
And we have I think it's just a really quick equipment. I don't know if you call it even a timeout. Just a delay in the game. Official granted. I believe Shaler Platt has a cleat untied.
Yeah, got to tie the shoe. Don't like, not everybody's Denard Robinson from Michigan. I know that's an old, dated college football reference, but he used to play with his shoelaces untied. But I think Shaler Platt says, no, I'd rather have them tied. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that callback.
Yeah, gotta love 2010's college football.
Yeah, thanks, Dad. All right, here we go. So now we have Carey back in the shotgun. And Hudson waiting patiently. And now Hudson gets the carry and goes up the middle. The snaps have been on the far side of where the camera is. And is slowed down at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, those linebackers are doing a good job of starting to penetrate the offensive line. You saw it there again. A couple of Yankton players getting in there and getting another opportunity here to stop them here and maybe get the ball back for the offense.
Ball more shaded on the far side of the field. Watertown moving left to right on your screens or your radio and dial. Yankton trying to stop him here on 3rd and 2. And the snap. And a quick miscommunication on Watertown's part. And carry is brought down in the backfield. So what happened from what I saw is that Hudson basically just ran right into the backside of Carey. I don't know if he was waiting for a handoff off of his hip or what was going on, but they ran into each other, and then a few Yankton Bucks ran into Carey.
Yeah, a bit of miscommunication there, and even if that didn't happen, I don't know if Watertown was getting that first down. It looked like a couple Bucks defenders had gotten past that offensive line at the snap. Nice play there by the Bucks.
And now it'll be Cody Oswald waiting the punt return for Yankton. He's camped out right on the Yankton, about 35-yard line. There's the snap and the punt. Oswald will have a return here, moves to the left, to the near hash marks. Cuts to the middle of the field, is brought down at the Yankton 41-yard line. We have a flag coming in from the far side of the field. And it could be anything from holding to unsportsmanlike to, we've seen just about every penalty so far this season, Josh. I'm only 2 games in.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they call here. Usually in those type of situations, you'll get a block in the back or a hold maybe on the receiving team.
And still waiting on.
Looks like it is going to go on the Bucks. Block in the back.
Yeah, legal block in the back going on Yankton, so that will back them up from the spot of the return. And Yankton will be set up on their own, still pretty decent field starting position anyway, at their own 27.
Yeah, not a bad spot to be. Obviously, you'd want it at the 42 where you were at, but either way, you can work with the 27.
7:39 on the clock, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Rugby Riken has Gavin Swanson to his immediate right. Hands off to Swanson. Goes to the left side. Has some lead blockers. Cuts the middle of the field. Now to the outside. He's to the 40. He's on to Watertown territory. It is brought down at the Watertown 38-yard line. What a carry for the bowling ball. Gavin Swanson bringing Watertown arrows with him, dodging arrows the whole way. It is a 35-yard gain for Swanson and the Yankton Bucks. Move the chains.
Yeah, the Bucks have had that play work a couple times. Saw it on the play before the touchdown last drive and worked right again there.
Rugby rolling out to his right. He's looking to pass. And in the area, he has Tyler Solar. Solar brings it in at about the 30, cuts up the field just for a few extra yards, and will be brought down right at the 27-yard line. And
looks like they're going to move the sticks, yes.
Another Yankton first down. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Austin Goebel in motion now into the slot. Now Rugby Riken rolls out to his left, looking to pass again, and it is to Tyler Solar right off his right fingertips, reaching toward the sky, a little too tall. Incomplete pass from Rugby to Tyler Solar brings up 2nd and 10. Ball still at that 27-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a tough throw to make, running to the opposite side, hitting the out route. But Riken did a good job there of making sure Solar was the only guy who could try to catch that incomplete, though.
And now Rugby again. So send Tyler Solar in motion, opposite side of the formation, now to the left. Swanson, the handoff, goes up the middle. We'll look for Tyler Solar a block, and we'll go to the outside, cuts to the 15, to the 10, and is spun out of bounds. Right at the 10-yard line, maybe even the 9.
Looks like they're going to say the 9 on that. And, you got to keep feeding him. He is feasting on those outside runs, doing a great job of cutting out and extending a play and getting first downs.
Well, we've seen it before. He is a very angry runner. And we're going to have a false start going on Yankton. They're going to get Tucker Gilmore here on the near side. Depends if they say that Watertown jumped first, but most of the time, Josh, it goes on offense.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked like that was on Gilmore there. And now the Bucks sitting with a 1st and goal from, I believe, the 14.
And so now you just heard it, back at the 14-yard line. 1st and 15 now for Yankton. 6:53 to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's Cody Oswald on the near side. Rugby now communicating with his line, walking up all the way to the line. Claps his hands and takes a snap. And looking to pass. He's under some pressure and just had to throw it away. It was one of those throwaways, Josh, where it looked like if Cody Oswald really wanted to try to get to it, he might have a play, but it's kind of a safe throw, if anything.
Yeah, and that's one of those, the middle of the offensive line kind of folded on that play. Platt had a nice block at the beginning there, but wasn't able to keep hold of that, and Riken just did a good job of getting rid of it.
And now Rugby 2nd and 15, rolling out to his right. I think he's going to keep this thing. He gets to the 5. He's within the 5, and he rumbles his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Yankton. Rugby Riken. You can put 6 up on the board for the Bucks. His 2nd running touchdown of the game. Look at Rugby Rumble.
Yeah, nice play there. Usually you see that speed option out of the gun here for Yankton. There they ran out of the pistol and had success.
13-0 Yankton, pending the extra point, 14-0. Trevor Paulson trying to ensure that. As we've seen, one of the hardest hitters on this team, Trevor Paulson, had the big hit earlier in the game. Nice snap, nice hold, and nice boot right through the uprights. 14-0 lead for Yankton as they strike while in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. And we'll be back in 1 minute. Yankton Bucks football leading 14-0, 6:40 on the scoreboard.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
14-0 lead for Yankton, 6:40 to go here in the first half. This is Yankton Bucks football at Crane-Youngworth Field. You're listening on KYNT, watching live at KYNT TV. Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. Yankton to kick off to Watertown. There's the big boot from Trevor Paulson. And you just know he's hustling down the field. But it is a touchback. And so Watertown will take over on their own 20. And so far, Josh, here are the stories of the game. Rugby doing rugby things. And Swanson doing Swanson things. Solar just absolutely having a great game on the receiving yards end. But Juven Hudson, 98% of the snaps, I'm pretty sure, have been for him.
Yeah, and Yankton's kind of, you talked about Hudson getting a lot of carries, but looking at the Yankton offense, they've adjusted. They're having to deal with the rain. You're seeing a lot of rollouts, short passes, as well as runs outside with Swanson to kind of try to help with conditions here today.
In a very light drizzle. I say light because I'm not out there. It doesn't look heavy. It just looks like it's very persistent light rain coming down here at Crane. As Hudson gets the handoff, goes to the right side. Oh, he breaks one open, and he's to Yankton territory. He's going to get a touchdown. Unless Mac Riken can catch up to him. That is a Watertown touchdown, an 80-yard run for Juven Hudson. And I guess that's why, Josh, they keep giving the ball, because they know eventually, famine, feast, he will score.
Yeah, nice play there by Hudson. Broke the hole and then hit that second level with the speed. You talked about that in the pregame. You saw it right there for the big play and the touchdown.
And out to kick the extra point, it is Tommy Foley, the 5'9 junior. Holding is Cohen Kranz. And extra point is good. It is a 14-7 lead still for Yankton, but Watertown answers. And Yankton's offense, not much rest on the sideline. Seems like they were just out there as it took one play for Watertown to get back up on the board. Back in 30 seconds, 14-7 score, and 6:28 to go here in the first half.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football, and that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
And Yankton set to receive the kickoff from Foley and Watertown. Yankton with that 14-7 lead. And it is Austin Goebel going down the right side and steps out of bounds as we have lost our radio audience. So let's go ahead and just reconnect here.
Yeah, now looking here, trying to take over a couple scoring drives back-to-back here for Yankton. They're going to start with it about the 28, it looks like. Yankton so far doing a lot of outside attack in the flats with the run game and with the pass, kind of rolling out with Reichen. Here they go now, 2 receivers on both sides. Reichen in the backfield, gun formation, takes it, hands it off to Swanson. Swanson's got a bit of a hole, makes a couple men miss on the broken tackles, tries to cut back in, and will be down at about the 41. Swanson there picking up the first down for the Bucks on a gain of about 13. You've seen that a lot here today where he's been able to cut and add something here, and he did it once again right there. First down and in 10 here now from the 42-yard line. Reichen takes the snap, throws short, just misses that one, incomplete, looking for Oswald. 2nd and 10 now off that incomplete pass.
And we've seen a lot of the short passes so far, Josh, from Rugby. I think they know that they can't do too deep, but just the amount of options that Yankton has had so far. Then, of course, Gavin Swanson, I'm looking for him to give him more carries. And as I say that, he comes off the field, but here we go. Tyler Solar in motion. Empty backfield for Yankton. Now a quick push pass out to Tyler Solar. Goes to the right hash marks. Cuts up to the middle of the field, and he spins away from some arrows. Is in Watertown territory and is stopped right at the Watertown 43-yard line. Nice game from Tyler Solar of 16 yards.
Yeah, and Solar did a good job of improvising there. That was supposed to go out, and a Watertown safety came up, and he was forced to cut in, and it helped and made the play.
And now Rugby rolling out to his left. Looking downfield. And Tucker Gilmore brings it in on the pass and is brought down at the 36-yard line. So gain of about 7 on the play for Yankton.
Yeah, Reichen, once again, you've seen that a lot in this offense here today. That one was more of an improvised play where he rolled out but was able to find Gilmore and get about 6-7 yards. Looks like we do actually have a timeout here at Watertown. That's their second timeout here of the first half with 5:17 remaining.
Brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds from Crane-Youngworth Field.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
5:17 to go here in the first half. Yankton 14, Watertown 7. Thanks for joining us. 2nd and 3 for Yankton from the Watertown 36. Rugby Reichen in the shotgun and hand it to Swanson. Goes to the left of the left hash marks and is just rolling with the resistance and is brought down right at the 30-yard line. So gain of 7 on the play. Maybe the 29-yard line, actually. So gain of 7 on the play, enough for Yankton. Bucks first down, they'll move the chains.
Yeah, once again, Swanson makes the play, cuts out and gets the first.
And now Swanson again with the carry. Cut up to the middle of the field and shed some arrows and is able to shred his way to the 24-yard line. So gain of about 5 on the play. And he is just a tough runner, Josh. He can break off the big ones, but he's always going to get you 4 or 5.
Yeah, and we talked about Hudson on the Watertown side moving the ball, but Swanson's doing the same thing here for Yankton.
And now it is Rugby under pressure and out to Gavin Swanson on the safety net pass. He's to the 10, to the 5, and did he get across the pylon? He did! You can put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown. The bowling ball knocks over the pin. And Yankton now has 3 scores in the game and is leading 20-7, 21-7, pending the extra point.
Yeah, and I was surprised that Riken had the check down over on the right side in the flat. He cuts back, throws it over to Swanson, who's got a lane, takes it, bounces down to about the 2, and gets hit into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, what a play for Yankton. And nice snap, nice hold, and either a fake or a slippery hold there as Lucas Kamshoff, the backup quarterback, has to roll out to his right, and incomplete pass. I will have to wait for our video, Josh, to find out if that was a fake or I think just as very well could have been a botched hold based on the amount of rain coming down.
Yeah, not really a benefit there of trying to go for a fake, especially in that situation. I got to believe that was
I'm leaning toward, the rain. And 20-7 lead nonetheless for Yankton. 4:26 to go in the first half. We'll be back in 30 seconds on your home for Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNT-TV.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12-packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Josh, what a drive for Yankton and Kevin Swanson. I just love watching the kid play, and it's so powerful.
Yeah, Swanson's been a beast, and that's the answer Yankton needed after a big touchdown play there from Hudson for Watertown.
And there's the big leg from Trevor Paulson, another touchback, and Arrows will take over on their own 20. And last time they took over their own 20, it was an 80-yard breakoff run for Juven Hudson for a touchdown. But Yankton has had some impressive stops on the defensive end. Looking for another one here.
Yeah, big opportunity here for Yankton. You know, they have a chance to get a stop and try to get the ball back and try to add to this lead if they can get this stop, though.
And Watertown's offense gets organized. And now carry. Hand up to Hudson. Hudson right up the middle and is slowed down by the Yankton Bucks after a gain of about 2 yards, maybe 3. Right up the middle. I think it was Charlie Foote in on the tackle.
Yeah, it looked like Foote on that one. It looks like they're going to give him 3. Either way, though, what I admire about this Watertown offense is in the pistol, you don't necessarily see it be a run-heavy attack, and you're seeing that, though, in this offense.
2nd and 8 for Watertown. Charlie Foote has entered this game today, leading the team in tackles with 11. Already has like 3 more today. And as I say that, gets into the backfield, and that's a sack for Charlie Foote.
Yeah, I believe that actually might not be a sack, though. I think it was an option play. But
in my world, Charlie Foote, you just got a sack. No, but yeah, I think that was an option. So it'll be just a tackle for a loss for Charlie Foote. Gets into the backfield. And did you see who else was in on that, Josh? Because the runner, Kerry got slowed down.
Yeah, to me it looked like Platt who also got in there. And now all of a sudden Watertown might be forced to throw here. Down a couple scores, 3rd and 10. Going to be interesting to see what they call here.
Will this be our first passing play for Watertown we've seen today, or maybe the second? I'm trying to remember. I don't think they've thrown today.
This will be the first, I believe. I think the only thing we've seen close to that would have been the bobbled touch there. But either way, I believe that would be our first throw.
Watertown takes a timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's largest and best employers. We'll be back in 1 minute on your home for Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNT-TV.
You've received a call or text message indicating there's a problem with your cell phone, your taxes, your Medicare benefits, or your utilities. And the only way to get it cleared up is to either put funds on a gift card or send cash. All of these are scams designed to obtain your hard-earned funds. Contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986. Another red flag is the call or text comes in after work hours or on the weekend. Don't become a victim. Let Consumer Protection do some checking for you before you send any funds. Scoreboards.
Support a local business that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts for Yankton's largest employers, Triple Time Rudy's. At Triple Time Rudy's, you get that local friendly feel and also a unique offering of products. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers, plus quality fuel products too. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway for your daily fill-ups and convenience needs. Pull in to Triple Time Rudy's today.
And it's a pass attempt for Watertown as we rejoin the action. It is tipped to Cody Oswald. Oswald brings it in for the pick. The Wizard of Oz strikes again here at Crane-Youngworth Field. It was also assisted by Mac Reichen, able to tip it toward Cody Oswald. And so Yankton with a turnover, right, Josh, as we came back from break. And the rejoin music was still going. The pass was in the air, and that was from a new quarterback, Marcus Rabine for Watertown, the 6'1 junior.
Yeah, nice play there by the Bucks. Get the ball now here in short field for your offense.
And 2:57 to go in the first half. 1st and 10. Rugby Reichen handed to Swanson. Swanson now hits a couple arrows and is slowed down right at the, Watertown 29-yard line.
Yeah, nice play there for a gain of 4. If you're Yankton, don't need to be in a hurry. Watertown gets the ball first next half. Might as well kill some clock and try to keep this ball till the end of the half.
And now Rugby Reichen. Nice snap, looking to pass. Has a step up and will be brought down for a sack by Watertown. Getting into the backfield, that was Caden Bokamp, the 6'2 junior.
Looks like that's going to go back to the original line of scrimmage. Didn't see who was in on that sack, but either way, no, Yankton dealing with 3rd and long.
And so now Rugby checking his play band. It'll be a tighter formation with just Cody Oswald as the single wideout.
You got to think you got 2 plays here if you're Yankton on the 33. Kind of tough to make a field goal in this weather.
And now Rugby takes a snap and 2-man pressure. Has to roll to his right. It is a pass out to Tucker Gilmore and through the hands. And while, of course, any coach or player would say, no, I had to or he had to have that, but the rain was coming down pretty hard, Josh.
Yeah, good throw. Found Gilmore open. I was surprised that Yankton didn't try to, or Rugby didn't try to keep running there. He had a bit of a lane, but either way, found the open man and just wasn't able to come up with the play.
Trevor Paulson out to punt.
Trevor Paulson on to punt for the Bucks.
And I am not joking when I say this, Josh. If it wasn't for rain, right, if it was a dry night and if the wind wasn't blowing the wrong direction, I really do think that Coach Brady Muth would signal for a field goal attempt for Trevor Paulson here.
Yeah, might give it a shot, but either way.
It is a short boot and really nice punt for Trevor Paulson. Can the Yankton get it within the 5? I think pretty close to it. It's going to be down at the 6 or maybe 7-yard line. Really nice punt for Trevor Paulson.
Yeah, nice punt there. Got the bounce. Almost had that one blocked, but it, that luck went Yankton's way on that one and able to pin Watertown deep here with about 1:39 remaining in the first half.
And so now Watertown's defense takes the field, or offense rather. Need his defense waiting for them. Watertown would have to travel in 1:39, 94 yards.
Looks like is Rabine back in at quarterback just in case they need to try to throw the ball.
And now Rabine handoff to Hudson, and Yankton did a nice job of filling the gaps and slowing down any running creases for Hudson. And I think that's almost a no gain on that play.
Maybe a yard, if anything. And if you're Yankton, you got to think about maybe taking a timeout if you get another stop here on this next play.
Yeah, there might be enough time, like you said, if you can get a stop. 1:15 on the clock here in the second quarter. And I think Watertown is going to use this clock to try to take a couple shots, but then be able to drain this thing out before halftime.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a couple runs here back-to-back, try to force Yankton to use timeouts if they absolutely want this ball back.
And Rabine hand up to Hudson. Hudson up the middle and is slowed down at the 14-yard line. And a gain of about 8 on the play from Juven Hudson.
Yeah, and that was just enough on that one where I think Coach Muth here might even just be content with letting this clock run out and going to halftime up 2 scores.
And just a few ticks over 30 seconds to go in the first half. 20-7 lead for Yankton. A very exciting first half of play as the rain just keeps coming on down here in the home opener. But other than the rain and those that are sitting out in it, Josh, what a beautiful night for football.
Absolutely. I was going to say, I imagine it's a lot more fun up here in the booth.
And we're being handed off and brought down right in the backfield, maybe at the line by a host of Yankton Bucks. I believe Shaler Platt was in on that for sure. And Lucas Kamshoff. So that will bring up 4th down, and there is about 13 seconds left in the first half. Timeout on the field. We're going to go ahead and keep it here. I want to thank a few more of our sports partners. Aztec. Coolberg Pioneers changed names to Aztec, and change can be a good thing. Aztec is offering a healthy sign-on bonus, wage and benefits, plus walk-in interviews. Build your career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. And Midwest Insurance Agency, a local independent insurance agency offering insurance from a local South Dakota company, DeSmet Farm Mutual. Midwest Insurance Agency is located just east of the Yankton Bowl. And One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution is located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. And we're going to see a lot of towel boys coming out to drying off the footballs, Josh, as I think we officially reached a very slippery playing surface.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little slippery out there, but Yankton's got a couple options here with 13 seconds left. You can either try to block the punt, maybe Oswald gets a good return, you have a little bit of time left, and try to throw it to the end zone. Could be interesting to see what happens here with about 13 seconds left.
Even if you get close enough, I know it's raining, but you can still have a field goal chance, too. And very high punt, very beneficial to Yankton, depending on how long it takes for Yankton to touch this thing. And is there going to be a whistle?
I don't know.
What the?
You got to think.
Okay, I think Coach Muth is asking the same thing.
Yeah, they let that one sit there for a solid 5 seconds. I looked at the clock as soon as that hit, and players started surrounding it. There were 5 seconds left on the clock. You think eventually there would have to be a whistle.
Okay, so I think they're going to – no, they're not going to send – wow, okay. Wow, okay. And now, I'm just saying, Josh, and then we'll let it go, but that ball was sitting there, as you said, for an additional 3 to 4 seconds before a whistle was blown. Of course, Watertown's not going to touch it, and Yankton's not going to touch it. And I thought maybe they would have a shot at one play in the end zone. But nonetheless, we have reached halftime. 20-7 lead for Yankton. And great crowd on hand here at historic Crane-Youngworth Field, and so far it's a great performance from the Yankton Bucks. We'll talk all about it coming up in the Avera halftime show right here on KYNT, KYNT-TV.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
First Dakota is giving away new Ford F-150s to celebrate 150 years as a South Dakota bank. We owe it to the countless customers who have trusted us with their banking since 1872. And we want to say thanks by giving back. Nominate someone you know to win a new Ford pickup, or go to firstdakota.com/150. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
What does your phone and an auto show have in common? When you go to BillionAuto.com, everything. Start searching over 7,000 vehicles instantly. Chevys, Kias, GMCs, Toyotas, Fords, Hondas, Rams, and much more. Plus, negotiate your best deal on all pre-owned vehicles and apply for credit pre-approval all within a matter of minutes. 17 new car brands and thousands of used cars all in the palm of your hand. It's like an auto show every day at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted. Not all will be approved.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by FNBO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
Welcome in here on the Avera Halftime Show, where Yankton leads 20-7 over Watertown here at the break. And we're going to go right into it here. I'm Josh Boelter, and this is your stats review. Taking a look at here, almost 300 total yards of offense for Yankton. It's been very balanced, too. 151 yards passing, 146 yards rushing. You look at it, Riken, the quarterback, 10 for 16, 151 yards, a touchdown through the air, as well as 2 touchdowns on the ground on a couple short run plays. And then you look at it, Gavin Swanson, Bryce Ladwig calls him the bowling ball, 10 carries, 128 yards on the ground. Then you look at receiving, he's got 24 yards and a touchdown on that play from Riken to Swanson. And then you look at leading the Bucks in receiving is Tyler Soler. The slot guy there, making a big impact. You've seen a lot of plays out in the flats and short outside, and he's been the impact receiver in this one. Tucker Gilmore with 2 catches for 20 yards, and Cody Oswald with a catch for 21 yards as well. Oswald also has a pick in this game. And how about Trevor Paulson, 2 for 2 on those extra points? Didn't get an attempt there on that third one off of the bobbled snap. Taking a look on the offensive side for Watertown, it's been all Juven Hudson. When I say all, I mean just about 90% of the touches. We did the math on this one. 25 of 28 snaps for Watertown have gone to Juven Hudson. He has 25 carries for 181 yards and a touchdown on that big 80-yard run. Either way, passing Marcus Rabine, one pass attempt and on that interception there. And other than that, it's Alex Carey with 2 carries for -6 yards. And that's kind of look at your stats there in the first half. When we come back, we're gonna take a quick little break, and when we come back, we'll look at your out-of-town scoreboard as well as kind of our thoughts there from the first half. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Avera Halftime Show here on KYNT and KYNT-TV.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
A radio commercial for hearing loss is tricky. You see, there are 2 scenarios. Either it's you, or it could be the loved one you're with. Here's how to find out. If the radio is deafeningly loud right now, it's probably not you. If it's not deafeningly loud, look over at your loved one wearing earplugs. Maybe it's time to visit the hearing experts, Avera Medical Group Audiology Yankton. Doctors Matt Rumsey and Kendra Bailey can get you back to never missing a beat during a conversation. They offer the latest technology and free 2-week test drives. Call 605-655-1220.
Checkers Sports Bar and Grill is everyone's favorite place to eat and catch the game. Whether it's dine in or carry out, Checkers menu has mouth-watering burgers, satisfying sandwiches and wraps, and of course, wings. With 17 specialty wing flavors, there's a sauce for everyone, like buffalo, maple bacon, and Asian zing. And don't forget to try their sauce of the month. You can get all these hot and ready to eat Tuesday to Sunday at 11. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill, 689-2244.
These days, it seems every day is Casual Friday.
Employees now prefer comfortable, casual clothing.
And JJ Benji's is on top of it with a wide variety of clothing.
Polos, quarter zips, button shirts, t-shirts, caps, and more.
In the most popular styles and materials.
All that you can customize with your company's logo.
JJ Benji's can keep your employees looking sharp and comfortable.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, downtown Yankton.
For screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products,
JJ Benji's makes you look good.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
The warmer months can be wonderful times that allow for plenty of fun outdoors. However, while you may be enjoying the outside time, pests and insects may be trying to find their way inside. Eliminating a pest infestation and ensuring they don't return can be tough to do on your own. But with Olson's Pest Technicians by your side, you can rest assured you're fully protected. Locally owned and operated since 1966, Olson's Pest Technicians provides reliable pest control services to residential and commercial properties. Visit 800KILBugs.com.
I'm Dave Holland, physical therapist at Overland Rehab. Whether you've sustained a new injury, had a recent surgery, or tired of lingering pain you experience from simple, everyday tasks, physical therapy could be the solution. At Overland Rehab, we'll create a physical therapy plan for your health needs and goals. Contact us today for convenient appointments in 8 locations in Northeast Nebraska and 1 right here in Yankton, located on West 8th Street, otherwise known as the Lake Road.
When it's time for school, it's time to stop at Cenex. You can fill up your car with high-quality gas and fill up your stomach with a quick breakfast. Maybe most important of all, you can fill up your mug with hot coffee. So all you students and teachers, skip the snooze button and head into Cenex on your way to school. Shop Easy, owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation, is open 24 hours for your convenience and wishes all area students and faculty a thriving, successful school year.
With grain carts getting bigger and better every year, don't you think it's time to outfit them accordingly? Sherco's 4500 Series HD electric tarp works seamlessly with existing Sherlock tarps. The heavy-duty extruded arms are the strongest on the market and come with a lifetime warranty. Operating is easy and convenient with one of our smart remote options that let you open and close your tarp with the push of a button. Call to order yours today at 1-800-474-8756. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco.
And welcome back to the Avera Halftime Show. Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. And Josh, I guess halftime thoughts are really going into the second half of what is important for Yankton to do. Well, keep, I want to say targeting, that's dangerous. Keep zoning in on Juven Hudson on that Watertown run game. Over 90% of the plays have gone his way. And I don't think that will change in the second half because we've also seen if they keep chipping away, eventually he'll break one off. And as long as Yankton can slow him down and score on their end, I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, and and that's something. You can run the ball all you want, but if you're down double digits, eventually you're going to have to throw. And Yankton's kind of put them in this position where if they can go out and get a stop here to start the second half, Yankton's going to be looking in really good shape here.
Well, can we get too comfortable? Yankton, not even a full 2-possession lead right now at half. I see the botched hold. We can blame that on the rain there for the last extra point attempt. Leaves it 20-7. And so Watertown just 2 touchdowns away and 2 extra points away from actually taking a lead. So it's actually a pretty close game here at the half. But overall, Josh, just a fun game here for a home opener.
Yeah, and this is what you want to see. And it's been perfect offense in the sense of balance. 300 yards total, which if you told Coach Muth before the game that they'd have that in this weather, they'd take it. 151 yards passing, 146 yards rushing, 128 of that from Gavin Swanson. It's been perfect balance so far, and you really like to see that. And outside of that one play on defense, they've really kind of contained, at least, to the point where they're not giving up points.
Another thing I want to talk about is while the entire defense has done an excellent job this season, make sure I really point that out that they've all done a great job. one thing I've really noticed is the two heartbeats of this Yankton defense are also involved usually on the offensive side, but it is Shaler Platt and Charlie Foote have been the workhorses on the defensive end. Charlie Foote enters this game, as I said earlier, leading the team in tackles with 11. He has, at least 4 tonight. Yeah. Has kept adding. And the Shaler Platt just seems to be involved all the time in group tackling.
Yeah, and there's a sense of pride of being the starting linebackers for a defense. That's kind of the leaders a lot of time, your signal callers on defense, and they've stepped up big time all year. I've been impressed with how fast they fly to the football, and that's linebacker 101. Follow the ball, fly to it, and make the tackle, and they've done a great job all season.
I want to thank a few of our Sportscaster partners making this broadcast possible. And I want to thank Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire, because they do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door, and the UPS store. They'll help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs. Even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, and, of course, shipping. The UPS store of Yankton across from Walmart. And Yankton Thrive. Yes, there is a thriving business economy here in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses, from retail to manufacturing, is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. We'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Avera Halftime Show. It's Yankton 20, Watertown 7, live from historic Crane-Youngworth Field in Yankton.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please move forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we see patients from 1 to 101.
Come experience our gentle touch while you relax in our massage chairs and watch TV. Patients are loving our new digital scanner. No more ooey gooey gaggy impressions.
We'd love to meet you, and we're always accepting new patients. Call 665-2530 to make an appointment. Elwood Family Dental Care, where we take care of the entire family.
South Dakota Coyote football is back, and we can't wait to see you back in the Dakota Dome. Presented by Midco, the Coyotes will host Cal Poly in the Dakota Dome at 1 p.m. on Saturday, September 17th. It's Ag Appreciation Day, so check out the Ag displays east of the Dakota Dome prior to the game. Join Coyote Nation in the Dakota Dome for the Coyote football home opener, Saturday, September 17th at 1 o'clock. Tickets are available now at goyotes.com.
And welcome back to the Avera Halftime Show. Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter. 20-7 lead for Yankton over Watertown. Let's check our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door. And Josh, why don't you go ahead and help us out?
Yeah, starting here in Class 11 AA, up at T. T is taking on O'Gorman, and going into the half, O'Gorman leads that one 20-12. Other than that, in AAA action, Harrisburg leads 21-0 over Rapid City Stevens at half. Down in 11A, Chamberlain over Lakota Tech 15-14. That one is final. That one was this afternoon. Vermilion leads Millbank with a couple minutes left in the fourth quarter. Canton over Lennox at the end of the first half, 14-12. Winner leads 14-0 over Beersford. Del Rapids leading 41-7 over Hot Springs. Dakota Valley in a tight one with Sioux Falls Christian, 14 apiece. Rapid City Christian beating Custer 13-0, and West Central leading Madison 14-7 at half. Moving on to 11B here, Aberdeen Roncalli up 70-0 over Dakota Hills at the end of the first half. Duel over Webster area 22-0 at half. Sioux Valley leads 35-0 against Hill City with 6 left in the second quarter. McCook Central Montrose leads 26-0 over Woon West Springs Sanborn Central at halftime. Lee Deadwood leads 14-6 against Miller Highmore Herald at halftime. Tri-Valley 46, Siston 0 at half. Winner 14-0 over Beersford, like we said. Wagner up 8-7 at half over Trip Delmont Armor ACDC. And moving on here, Bridgewater Emory Ethan 6-2 over Parker. Moving to 9AA, Gregory over Bennett County 44-0. Canastota 32-0 against Florence Henry at the half. Platte Geddes 20-0 over Kimball White Lake at half. Hamlin over Britton Hecla 34-0 going into the third quarter. Ipswich 40-0 against Northwestern at half. Faith 22-8 against North Central going into half. Hanson 8, Parkston 6 with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Howard over Coleman Egan 33-12 in the second quarter. Lyman over White River 42-8 with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Alistair Hudson leads 24-3 against Garretson. 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Elkton Lake Benton 22. DeBrook area 8 going into the third. Timberlake up 14-0 over Dupree at the half. Bonham leads 20-0 against Viborg Hurley at halftime. Wall with 5 minutes left in the first leads 7-0 against Kadoka area. Moving on to 9A here. We're going to take a look at a couple scores here and move this along quick. Warner over Potter County 34-6 at half, and Phillip over Jones County with 22-0 with 7 minutes left in the second. Looking in 9B, Avon leads Gayville Volin with 28-0 with 5 minutes left, and Harrod Selby area up 72-0 over Huel with 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
And that is your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Doors, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized dealer. And we begin the second half of action. That was your Avera halftime show. Thank you for joining us. And now we have more Yankton Bucks football here at Crane-Youngworth Field. The rain is still coming down, and there's the big leg from Trevor Paulson. He is going to sail into the end zone for a touchback. Very rare to have a return on the leg of Trevor Paulson.
Yeah, and if you do, you might just get lit up. You saw it early in that first half. Trevor Paulson getting the tackle on special teams, really kind of firing up this team, and it's outside of one play since that. It's been all Bucks.
Yeah, I want to put that video on a loop, and then I want that to be my ringtone. I just,
yeah,
that was a great moment.
And just me yelling, I think that's Trevor Paulson.
Yes! That was just a great time. And he was excited. It's always nice to see the rest of the Yankton Bucks get excited for those kind of plays as well. Watertown takes over on their own 20, a fresh 12 minutes up on the clock, 1st and 10. And it is still Rabin as quarterback for Watertown. Handoff to Hudson. Hudson goes down the right side and able to grind out about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, nice job there to get 4 yards by Hudson. That looked like that was going to be dead at the line of scrimmage. Managed to make a play. Yankton kind of selling out here on the run, as they should so far. 8-9 guys in the box. Roig playing a little bit further back, but either way, fully committed to the run game.
And Watertown communicating with their sideline. We're here in the third quarter, third game of the Yankton Bucks season. Cody Oswald creeping in the box here, and Hudson is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And on the tackle, it is Luke Bernardo.
Nice play there by Bernardo, stuffing that one, and now forcing a 3rd and long here for the Arrows, exactly what the Bucks needed.
Luke Bernardo shed a couple of arrows. I just watched him the entire play and just had his head up, Josh, just watching Hudson, watching the movements, and just putting his body in that right position for the tackle.
Yeah, and the Bucks are starting to win those battles up front on defense, forcing, those holes for Hudson have been a lot less here early on in the second half.
And out Rabin, 3rd and 9, ball on Watertown's 21-yard line. He's looking back to pass, and it'll be a pass down the right side, and Mac Reichen breaks it up, but it'll be a pass interference, or does not break it up. It's actually a reception, but it will be a pass interference going on Mac Reichen. It was brought in at the Watertown 34, and quick math would say they would decline, right?
I believe it depends on if you want to get your guys' stats. I think you'll get an extra yard or 2 if you accept this, but it just depends if you want to get the stats there on that one.
Always take the stats, right, Josh?
Speaking of stats, now, did you see who caught that ball?
That's a good question. I really did not
That's
actually
hard to see.
Hey, once I see a flag at the field sometimes.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Defense, number 2. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
That works. They're going to do.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They accept the penalty. And so now Watertown, fresh set of downs, and the ball will be set up right at the Watertown 36-yard line.
Yeah, tough break there for the Bucks, but either way, got to get back to it and try to get the stop.
Now Rabin under some extra protection here as he has 2 tight ends kind of brought into the backfield. Handoff to Hudson. Hudson down the right hash marks. And will be slowed down by a host of Yankton Bucks. And the officials really are letting some of these plays, they're letting the play go on for a long time. I would figure they'd blow it dead once the pile of bodies stops.
Yeah, the pile kind of stopped there a lot earlier than when they called it. But either way, you can tell this Bucks defense is starting to win battles. Hudson's having to fight harder to get 4 yards compared to what he was getting in the first half.
He could also be getting tired. I mean, he has a lot of carries, as you had said, at halftime. And it is 2nd and 6. Ball in the 40, handoff to Hudson. Hudson now under some pressure, has to get to the outside, and he does on the near side. And 2-sided hit is brought down at about the 44-yard line. Hudson just a little slow to get up. And you have to imagine, not trying to put myself in his, I don't know exactly what's going on, obviously, but you would have to imagine he's just starting to get worn a little bit, just the way he's even walking back to his position on the field.
Yeah, and he's limping there a bit, and he actually just went down. And, that's what happens when you have 30-plus carries just a few minutes into the second half.
Yeah, and looks like they're going to be bringing in, I believe I saw that was Owen Sparts. I don't know if he is his exact replacement, but as far as personnel on the field, Owen Sparts will come in as Juven Hudson will take a seat here on the sideline and get looked at, I would presume. Wish him the absolute best, and depending on what he's dealing with, he may be back. You never know. But 4 rushing touchdowns on the season for Juven Hudson, Josh, including the one that he broke off here. That's a good start to the season.
Yeah, he is a force to be reckoned with, and that's just the wear and tear. When you run the ball 30-plus times, and they weren't going to stop outside of that injury, so that's just something that's going to happen when you run the ball that many times.
Now Rabin has Owen Sparts to his immediate right, and wideouts on each side. And quick quarterback keeper to the right. Rabin is slowed down at the Watertown 49. Will be enough to move the chains. Another Watertown first down.
Yeah, nice little gain there of 5 yards, it looked like. And that was just that quarterback power you'll see there a lot. You see that a lot at Clemson. Up in the college level, they love to run that play. And that's just a simple way to get a first down there. Pull your guards and move forward.
And Watertown getting the signal from their sideline again. Thanks to those that are watching at our official KYNT TV watch party location, Finney's Sports Bar and Casino, with more TVs and a new improved menu. Bring your friends and family to Finney's for every game that's in the mall. Delicious food. And we have about 45 flags that are tossed at the same time on the field. I think we're going to have a false start, Josh.
Yeah, you'd rather see all three out there than none of them. False start there, like you said.
This looks like some kind of choreographed dance number. I just saw all these flags flying around here, but yep, it was very clear and obvious. Watertown will be backed up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Watertown responds here. You might have to go to the second page in that playbook here with 1st and 15 without your starting running back.
And now Rabin. Shotgun snap. Under some pressure, steps up in the pocket. Now will tuck and keep. And tries to shed a tackle. Will be unsuccessful in doing so. Shaler Platt there for the stop at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, about a nice gain of 3 there. And you're seeing more of Rabin in the run game now with Hudson out. He's going to have to try to maybe improvise a little bit. And you saw it there on that one. Now trying to, I believe, second and about 12 or 11 here.
And ball at the 48. I was off by a yard. Rabin. And miscommunication, and he has to keep it himself and gets into Yankton territory. We have Laundry hitting the field from behind the Yankton secondary. And we'll see what this is, who's going to be called on.
Yeah, looks like it's in that interior of the line there. Not sure which side it's going to be called on. It's going to be holding there on the offense.
And so back up Watertown again. And there's also miscommunication there between Owen Sparts and Rabine, as he went to his left and Sparts went to the right. So,
yeah, and that's something where new running back, not necessarily used to that those type of plays where you don't have necessarily that chemistry. And you saw it right there, backfire. And this is actually also not the quarterback who started the game for Watertown either, if you think about that. That was Carey who was involved early on in this one.
It was interesting to see the changes that happened mid-game. And, for a lot of these rosters, and Yankton included in some positions, you never quite know. Not everything is set in stone. I mean, players can work their way into more playing time, and that's what we're seeing for Watertown. As Rabine now under pressure, looking to pass, has rolled to his left and will be brought down behind the line. Lucas Kamshoff and Charlie Foote. They're on the joint tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice play there by the Yankton defense to force that third down stop there. And now all of a sudden Watertown going to have to punt on 3rd and long.
Third and 24 for Watertown.
Up 3rd and long for the Arrows.
So your Yankees beat the Twins 3 out of 4. I'm still upset about that, Josh.
I wasn't going to bring it up. You can't say I did.
Well, I've been thinking about it all day. So Rabine sends man in motion. It's a high snap, and we have another flag. And this is just a really sloppy drive by Watertown. And you have to imagine how much it might be Juven Hudson going out for the rest of this drive. It's a false start on Watertown. Even though he's not the one snapping, or receiving the ball initially, just knowing the ball is going to him has to throw off a little bit of the mindset of the team.
Yeah, and he is that offense. He is kind of the leader, and without him in the huddle, sometimes things can get lost, and you're kind of seeing that here on this drive.
3rd and 31, ball on the 29. Man in motion, Rabine now. Under pressure, looking to pass, dump off pass in the middle. It is to Jesse Werner for his 4th reception on the season. He does have a receiving touchdown on the year, but will be way short of the sticks on this drive. It brings up 4th and 31, and the punt squad is out.
It's that time of the drive where I gush about Charlie Foote again. You cannot play a screen pass better than that as a defender. He saw it coming all the way, was there as the pass got thrown and made the tackle.
One might say, Josh, he puts his foot down. I don't even care. And the punt out for Watertown. Low snap, and punt does get off cleanly. And Cody Oswald back to return. He does so at the Yankton 30, cuts to the middle of the field, puts on the afterburners, tries to get to the outside, now has to turn back, and is brought down at the Yankton 40-yard line. That is where Yankton will take over offensive shot.
Yeah, Oswald, nice little return there. Maybe tried to make a little more happen than there was there, but either way, still gets 12 yards on that punt return.
And now Yankton's offense steps back out. I'm just trying to see what Coach Brady Muth is talking to the official about. Deep onto the field. And not quite sure. Sometimes, Josh, I do want to have like a coach mic, but then I realize no.
No.
No way. 3 receivers, 2 to the right. Rugby keeps the ball. Pitch option to Gavin Swanson. He does pitch it. We have a hold in the back. Or not a hold. We have a flag in the back. And Gavin Swanson turns upfield and gets to the Yankton 48-yard line. If it holds, it's a 8-yard gain. We'll see what the flag is.
Yeah, and I think you were right on that. Either way, it is.
Well, just where it was thrown was a natural to say a hold. I was like, well, I guess I don't know that, but no, definitely a hold. So Yankton will back up.
And I believe it was on the edge there. One of the tackles for Yankton. Looks like that was Wavernick in on that, who maybe got a hold of a white jersey. And they're actually going to move this further back. That's a 13-yard holding penalty. They're calling that a spot foul.
And now Yankton on their own 29-yard line. 5:05 to go here in the third quarter. 1st and 38. And now Rugby looking to pass. He has a roll out, and we'll just have to get rid of the ball.
Yeah, Riken maybe held on to that one a little too long, but either way was able to get rid of it. Don't want to lose yards here and force a second and even longer than it already is.
So 5 minutes even to go here in the third quarter. And it is 2nd and 20. I don't know why I said 39 earlier, but, you know, let it go. So 2nd and 20 for Yankton.
Yankton coming out here with an empty set on this one.
Yeah, no backfield for Yankton. As 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, so max protection coming up for Rugby. He should have some time. As I say that, he's under pressure, but the defender goes down. Rugby now dials it up. The middle of the field, Tucker Gilmore unable to bring it in. Pass was a little low. Gilmore had a nice read on it, but he did have to go back for the ball and kind of do a quick sliding number, just unable to bring it in.
Yeah, and I think if Riken, he had a little bit extra time. If he would have stopped and let Gilmore cut up field, that's 6 all day.
Yeah, I completely agree. So 3rd and 22 for Yankton. I should have just counted myself because this distance has changed 3 times on the board. It's 3rd and something, but no, but 3rd and 22, ball in the 29. And now Riken looking to pass and scrolls out to his right. And now backs up. He has to get rid of this thing or do something. Big block in the backfield. Yankton. Rugby has to get rid of it. And he actually has a completion to, was that Shaler Platt? Yes, on the reception, right to 35. So a 6-yard reception, but the punt squad will come out. Rugby was in a very dangerous situation there, deep in the backfield.
Yeah, and and that's one where hold on to it almost killed the Bucks on that. The last thing you can do is give Watertown momentum in a shorter field, and that the Bucks were very lucky there too, able to get a pass out and get a completion.
And sometimes the momentum of a game feels different than the actual score. I want to remind people it's just 20-7. Yankton with the lead here in the third. Just a couple takes over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter as a punt from Trevor Paulson takes a Yankton bounce and will land at the 28-yard line or be called dead at the 28 of Watertown.
Yeah, nice little punt there. Flip the field once again, not give Watertown short field. And now they're going to have to try to drive the majority of the field at least.
I've been very impressed with Yankton's defense, especially in the second half. They had some big stops in the first, some big moments, but really haven't allowed Watertown, even when Juven Hudson is in, to do much. And Juven Hudson, by the way, is back in the game for the Arrows.
Yeah, that's big for Watertown. You saw their offense kind of fall apart without him in their last drive. It's going to be interesting to see if he can change the momentum of this one.
Rabine, handoff Hudson in the middle, and a nice gain for Hudson. Gets to the Watertown 34, so gain of about 6. And, it's just one carry, Josh, but maybe Hudson sits out a drive, gets some, gets a little more hydrated, get a little bit of a rest, get his legs back under him. Could be very dangerous here again.
Yeah, much needed there. Looked like he just maybe need a little bit of a break and get 6 yards as soon as he comes back.
And now Rabine, same formation. And the snap and the handoff. Hudson right up the middle. Goes through Charlie Foote, but not very far. Charlie Foote brings it back to his body and brings him down
Brought down by Charlie Foote.
It's like about third and a long one or two here, a long one.
For the Arrows.
So third and, like as you said, a long 1.5 basically for Watertown. Now, Josh, I will bet you $1 live on the air right now. It's going to go to Juven Hudson.
If I was a betting man, I would not take that because I would probably be giving you $1. Unless you want to flip sides on that, then I'll take the bet.
And Rabine. Oh, you know what? You should have taken it. Rabine rolls out to the left. Pass downfield is broken up by Yankton.
I should have taken that bet. What can you say? I'm surprised Watertown tried that, and I wouldn't even be surprised if they maybe go for it here, down 2 scores. You know, my mom's watching the game back at home, and she literally just texted me, wow, she's laughing at me for that one.
For not taking the bet?
Yes.
I don't know. That didn't give you good odds. I mean, I think everyone, including myself, thought it was really going to go to Juven Hudson. But no, and they are going to punt. And I think I agree with you, Josh, that they don't have many of these left in them to not go for it in these situations. But then again, Watertown has done a pretty decent job of slowing down Yankton's offense as well. Yankton hasn't scored in the second half.
Yeah, but only one drive so far for the Buckscombe Bears to see if they can add to this lead.
Cody Oswald, punt return, and almost lost the ball, and brings it to the Yankton 41. And here comes the Yankton offense.
Yeah, Yankton once again sitting here in good field position with a chance to add to their lead.
And timeout on the field, injury timeout. We're going to step aside as well. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro in Yankton, one of Yankton's best and biggest employers. And it's time for a change, maybe a new career direction. Visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 1 minute. Actually, let's make that 90 seconds on your home for Bucks football, KYNT, KYNT-TV.
Hey Yankton, Hedro is excited to announce we have new wages. General production, entry level, now starting at $17 an hour, and entry level cast house starting at $18.75, with skilled positions even higher. Dollar shift differential as well. We offer day one benefits and monthly profit sharing with a variety of shifts available. Go to jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton. That's jobs.hedro.com, search Yankton, or call Evie 605-668-2344.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Buying or selling your home is one of the biggest decisions you may make in your lifetime. I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate, and I'm ready to help guide you with professional advice from before the listing until after the close. Not only will you get real estate knowledge, but also we provide moving boxes and an enclosed courtesy trailer to help make the move just a little easier. Call me today at 664-5555.
And welcome back. Robbie Reichen and the Yankton offense. Ball on their own 41-yard line. Hand to Gavin Swanson. Goes up to the middle of the field and hits some arrows on his way upfield and is slowed down at the Yankton 46.
Yeah, nice little run there. Last drive got in some penalty trouble. Get it off to a good start there with a nice little 5-yard run.
Shaler Platt limps off the field on his own power, of course. And Robbie Reichen rolls out to his right. Pass down to Tucker Gilmore. Gilmore able to bring it in. And in traffic. That was a nice grab by Tucker Gilmore. And right at the Yankton 48. 49, rather.
Yeah, nice little pass there. 3rd and short all of a sudden here for Yankton.
And the snap, Roby will keep it himself. He will get the first down and just rumbles his way for a new set of downs into Watertown territory. And just, that's rugby for you. He is a gamer, and he'll get you those yards if he needs to do it himself.
Yeah, he's a gamer, he's a baller, whatever word you want to describe him. Laid the hit stick there and got the first down.
And Gavin Swanson with the carry to the outside. He's to the Watertown 40 to the 35, pushed out of bounds. And they're actually going to give him a couple extra yards as well at the 33-yard line.
Gain is to the 33-yard line. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks. First down.
Yeah, about 13 yards there on that, and Swanson's getting close to about 150 yards on the day.
And Rugby. High snap, pulls it down, and pass out to Tyler Solar in the flat. And I just watched this pass just go to the right of Tyler Solar and then just kept going up. It was just a really odd throw. Good throw, but it's just a little too tall.
Yeah, and that was Riken having to adjust. The defensive lineman kind of got in the way there, and if he would have thrown that on spot, that might have even been tipped or intercepted.
And now it is Rugby. 3 receivers to the left, trip set, and Gavin Swanson, the handoff goes right up the middle, and the bowling ball gets up into Watertown's secondary, right at the 24-yard line.
Yeah, nice run there by Swanson. Once again, he's really been taking over this entire game and put Yankton another 3rd and short here.
Minute 15 to go in the third, 20-7 lead, Yankton. Rugby keeps it himself. And nice crease cause for Rugby to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, spin move, and will be brought down by a couple of arrows. Flag on the far side of the field. And it's judged on the kind of play, Josh. Holding Yankton?
Looks like holding Yankton. They're still going to get the first down, but it's not going to be inside where Riken was tackled about the 6. I think this is going to go back to about the 20, give or take a few yards.
But nonetheless, should be a fresh set of downs for the Bucks. And a score here, and of course, knocking on all the wood, okay? A score here should really help Yankton kind of seal this thing as we enter the 4th period.
So Riken's going to get the first down there. However, there's a block in the back. So this one's actually just going to keep the ball about where it was.
So 21-yard line start for Yankton. And the snap. And Rugby now. Rolling out to his left. And it's a toss to Tyler Solar. Solar inside the 5. Reaches out for the pylon. And is just short of the end zone. Maybe not even a foot shy of a touchdown. Yankton will get to the line. And it will be Gavin Swanson in the backfield. I'm calling for a Swanson run to the right side. Here we go. 35 seconds on the clock. And the snap. No, it's going to be a pass out to Cody Oswald inside the end zone. You can put 6 up on the board. That is a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Yankton leading Watertown 26-7 in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, nice pass there from Riken to Oswald, and that's kind of that Yankton bread and butter play when they need to play. They like to go to that hitch, that quick hitch on the left side, and you saw it there punching in from the 1-yard line.
Lucas Kamshoff to hold now for the extra point. Trevor Paulson out there. Nice snap, nice hold, nice boot right through the uprights. 27-7. Yankton with a 20-point lead. 31.8 seconds to go in the 3rd. We'll be back in 1 minute from historic Crane-Youngworth Field.
Exciting news, Yankton area. Amazon Delivery is hiring. Amazon Delivery is searching for drivers to deliver packages in the Yankton area. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and pass an Amazon background check. Work for a company with competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and job security. If you are interested in becoming an Amazon Delivery driver, please contact Yankton Computer at 605-664-2222 to find out more and to fill out an application today.
SWAT Chiropractic in Yankton has a newer research-based mindset when it comes to treating musculoskeletal aches and pains. Dr. Swatsky takes the time to figure out where the pain is coming from and educates his patients on what they can do to improve their functional range of motion. He administers a range of treatments and preventative approaches that are customized to each individual patient and their health goals. When you need to feel better, visit SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab out by the lake on West Highway 52.
.8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. The big boot from Trevor Paulson. And it will be Juven Hudson to bring it out for Watertown. It'll be slowed up at the 20 and brought down right at the 20, maybe the 21, depending on the marking of the ball. Nice job by the Yankton special teams.
Yeah, nice kick there by Paulson, forcing Hudson to return it. Hudson gets back to the 20, but still nice job by the Yankton defense to swarm to that.
And number 26, Rainer Roy.
And Rainer Roy getting on that tackle as well. I didn't hear the first tackler. I apologize. But what a game for Yankton. Both on all three sides of the ball, really, Josh.
Yeah, you've seen some great special teams plays, a punt down inside the 5, some really nice kickoffs, but defense and offensively, just you can't ask for much better than how Yankton's played tonight.
And it is Rabine handoff to Juven Hudson. Hudson slow down at the 25. Gets to the 27-yard line. Still gain of about 6 on the play for Hudson.
Yeah, but, once again, Yankton getting there. Hudson got hit on every level of that play. It's going to be interesting to see if Yankton can keep that up here, up 3 scores.
3-2-1. That will end the third quarter. Yankton 27, Watertown 7. It is time for a Culligan water break as we enter the fourth quarter. Culligan, your local water expert, specializing in water softeners, water filtration, and bottled water. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football. KYNT, KYNTV.
Yankton is thriving. This is Nancy Winandy of Yankton Thrive. We've improved our quality of life in Yankton with projects like the Aquatic Center and Mount Marty Fieldhouse. We've addressed housing issues with the Westbrook Estates development. And to grow our workforce, we've conducted virtual job fairs, recruitment marketing, and offered scholarship opportunities for careers in our high-need areas. Yes, Yankton is thriving thanks to all the great people and companies that make Yankton their home. For more on Yankton Thrive, go to yanktonsd.com.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
And Rabine now for Watertown. Ball in the own. Watertown 27, and it is was that a keeper, Josh, or a handoff?
Keeper there for Rabine, and he lost a couple yards on that one.
Yankton do a nice job of infiltrating the gaps, getting into the backfield, and wreaking havoc. This excellent job by Yankton.
It looked like it was Eustace and Campshaw, and Campshaw's been doing a great job of flying to the ball too. Once again, this middle of this Yankton defense, that linebacker level, as well as the safeties, have just been special to start this season, is the best way to describe it.
I want to thank a sportscaster partner, Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. And I'll thank a couple more here in a second. I just want to make sure that I give them a shout-out. Without them, this broadcast is not possible. Ball is tipped by Yankton. Ball in the air, and it is an incomplete pass. There was about 3 chances for an interception there for Yankton.
Yeah, and how about Lucas Campshaw on that one? The edge rusher gets around the tackle and tips that pass as Rabine tries to throw it, and all of a sudden Yankton getting this ball back.
And I also want to thank Stockman's Motorsports. Stockman's Motorsports is your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmen's ready to get in the fields, in the woods, wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports, proud supporter of all area students and athletes. And Floor Tech. Whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech. 665-4839. We have a flag behind the punter for Watertown.
Yeah, and if you're Watertown, if this is on Yankton, you got to think about going for it. But it's going to be interesting to see what they call. Looks like this is going to be on Watertown possibly here, just waiting for the call.
Dead ball. Substitution infraction. Watertown.
Okay, that's why. That was kind of odd penalty. A substitution infraction going on Watertown. And it's always those odd penalties, Josh, that take an extra 10 seconds for the officials to discuss because, that's what they are. They're rare. So,
yeah, usually on those you'll see them on defense, but not in this case.
And out to punt for Watertown is almost blocked by Yankton. Cody Oswald to return at the 45. And will turn up to Watertown 49 and is hit late and hard. This is a good football play, but maybe a little late as Cody Oswald was down. However, he's fine. He'll jog off. And Yankton will have it. I'm thinking this should be in Watertown territory, but they're going to mark it in Yankton territory at the 49.
Yeah, right at the 49, though. As close as you can get. And now Yankton, once again, with good field position, up 3 scores. Going to try to add to their lead and really put this one away.
2 receivers on each side. Gavin Swanson, the lone back. Roby Reichen in the shotgun. Handoff to Swanson going up the middle. And gets to the Watertown 46-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards.
Yeah, nice run there by Swanson. Once again, I said 4 or 5 yards on runs get you first downs, and you saw it right there.
Gain of 5 on the play brings up 2nd and 5.
So 2nd and 5. Gavin Swanson checks out. Empty backfield. Trips receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Roby Reichen now rolls out to his right to that right hash marks. Float pass out to Cody Oswald, and Oswald is just body slammed into the turf at the Watertown 35. But Cody Oswald is made of actual steel, and he's fine. And nice grab from Cody Oswald.
Yeah, nice play there by Yankton to move the sticks. Oswald taking a bit of a beating here in this 4th quarter. Another hard hit there.
Well, I say built of steel. It's also wishful thinking, but he's a tough kid. And now Roby Reichen rolls out to his left. Nice protection in the back from Gavin Swanson. But he has to turn the corner here and go out to the right side now. He gets to the sideline. He'll actually get positive yards, and that will be okay. Pushed out of bounds at the Watertown 29. Where did they mark this? 26.
Looks like about the 26, maybe even the 27. They're going to say about a yard short here for Reichen.
And it's getting a little chippier on the field, Josh. You can tell from just about every play. But so far, not dirty football, just angry football. And 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Roby Reichen, quick pass out to Austin Goebel in the flat. Goebel turns up middle, uses some slot protection. Rolls off, gets to the outside. He's to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Yankton! Austin Goebel. It was a sprint to the finish, and he won. It is 33-7. Yankton on top, 9:51 to go here in the game.
Nice play there. Yankton's been going to that screen pass a lot in the bubble, and Goebel was able to bounce off there and get outside for the touchdown.
You're not going to win a foot race with Austin Goebel. Never.
Yeah,
he's a fast individual.
Fast kid, and he's a weapon. He really is. This entire offense is just full of weapons, and you saw it right there once again.
And now the extra point. Nice snap. Nice hold. Nice boot through the uprights. And 34-7. Yankton on top, 9:51 to go here in the 4th. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is your home for Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNT-TV.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things. Socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
9:51 to go in the 4th quarter. Yankton 34, Watertown 7. Trevor Paulson about to deliver the big boot, and he does. Way out of return range. It'll be a touchback. Watertown will take over on their own 20. And it's now or never for Watertown, Josh.
Yeah, down 4 scores. This is tough for Watertown, a team that wants to run the ball. and they're now all of a sudden in a situation where they to win they have to pass.
So we'll see, and Watertown will be in their huddle. I'll use this time to thank a few more of our sportscaster partners. And I want to thank Sherco. Sherco is a proud supporter of Yankton sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. State Farm, Roy Wilcox. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance has been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. It's Roy Wilcox State Farm, proud supporter of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles Athletics. And Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch. It's on Broadway. You can call 665-1222. And we have, help me out, Josh.
Looks like that was a screen pass there in the slot. I'm not sure if they blew it dead. If there's a penalty, I think they're just blowing that dead. It's completed, but going nowhere.
So no gain, 2nd and 10 now for Watertown. What a game for Yankton. Thank you for everyone watching the KYNT, the official watch party location, Finney's Sports Bar and Casino, with more TVs and a new improved menu. Bring your friends and family to Finney's for every game. It's located inside the mall, and it's absolutely delicious food. Rabine, quarterback keeper, goes out to the left hash marks and is slowed down right at the 20. They have 2 flags come in from behind the play.
I think you're going to couple penalties here, though, but I'd even be surprised if Yankton accepts them. It'll be 3rd and 10. I'd be surprised if they accept this.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Yankton to just want to run this clock out here on their way to 3-0 on the season. And we knew entering the season, Josh, that Yankton wasn't going to be very big. This is one of their smaller teams they've had in some years as far as overall team size. But as far as athleticism, it's up there with the rest of those classes as well. It's a very fast and athletic team.
Yeah, and, what they don't have in size, they make up for it in speed as well as physicality. They fly and they hit, and you see that a lot.
Trevor Paulson.
Yeah, absolutely. And that actually, talking about the penalty, it looks like that was a legal block below the waist, and that's going to be half the distance of the goal, and that's going to put Watertown all the way back to the 10-yard line.
And now it is Rabine. And the pass out to the right. It was intended for Cohen Crayons, a 5'11 junior. Falls incomplete.
Yeah, Watertown now once again here in a 3rd and super long, kind of a tough spot.
3rd and 20 for the Watertown Arrows. And I think the rain has stopped, Josh.
Yeah, I'm imagining these players were kind of hoping that happened about 3 quarters ago, but either way, kind of a beautiful sky to end the night.
I say that, but actually may have not. But anyway, there's a handoff to someone other than Hudson, and on the carry, it is Spencer Winchus, the 6'1 sophomore. Big gain for Winchus on the play. Gets all the way past the Watertown 32, the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and he was able to pick up the first down on that play. Nice play by Winchus, keeping this drive alive. It looked like about a gain of 22 on that one.
Yeah, it was a nice power run for Watertown. And they will now line up 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Of course, Winchus in the back. And I think they may be trying to do some more passing here, Josh, as you had mentioned. As Raybon looks, short pass. And intended, again, for Cohen Crayons. This one, I think it was one of those situations where he knew he was about to get hit and just couldn't hold on to the ball.
That's what's tough on some of those slant routes. If you lead it a little too far inside, you're going to get your guy hit, and that Crayons saw that one.
And we have an injured Arrow on the field, and I'll take this time to thank a couple more of our sportscaster partners. Yankton Computer Network Services. For your complete personal and business computer solutions, rely on Yankton Computer Network Services. Wishing the best of luck to the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles this season. And the Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. And Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. And finally, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab. The YHS Sports Coaches Show on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. is sponsored by SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, the go-to place for specialized wellness and Therapy. That is SWAT, Chiropractic, and Rehab. Yeah, the Coach's Corner tomorrow morning, about 9:05 start time. Watch it live on YouTube and listen on KYNT as well. Talk to the Yankton varsity coaches, Yankton Bucks football, Buck soccer, Gazelle soccer, Gazelles volleyball, cross country, tennis, Bucks golf, and now I'm just going to forget one sport. Competitive cheer and dance.
Yeah.
I've gone down the rabbit hole, Josh. I need to make sure I name everyone now.
Oh, yeah. And that's just a testament to how great or how much Yankton values athletics and do a great job and really put a lot of time and effort into that.
I think I got them all. And now it is 2nd and 10 for Watertown, and a handoff again to Winchus. And he is slowed down right at the 35-yard line, maybe the 34. I'm going to say about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, that looks about right, about the 34. But once again, another 3rd and long here for Watertown. Under 8 minutes to play.
Yankton 34, Watertown 7. For those tuning in, thank you for joining us. For those that have been watching or listening this entire time, thanks for sticking around. Yankton Bucks football, something special, especially a big victory like this. If Yankton can obviously hold on here at Crane-Youngworth Field, you always want to start your season with a victory and open your home stand with a victory. And Charlie Foote and a host of Yankton Bucks, Shaler Platt, came in there with a big hit as Rabine was just struggling to find some breathing room, Josh.
Yeah, Shaler Platt came in there hit, but I swear about 6 different Bucks could have had a sack on that play.
Like 9 assisted tackles, pretty much, for Yankton. That was a team effort right there. And that'll bring up 4th and 8 for Watertown. And Cody Oswald again back to return for the Bucks. And we have a flag before the snap. And wonder what this could be.
And I should add over on the sideline, Riken is putting his helmet back on. It looks like the starters are going to come back out here. Interesting choice, up 4 scores with about 7 minutes left. But, get those reps in for the starting offense and, try to get even more chemistry on some plays going into Pier next week.
Yeah, and it's always nice to see that. And maybe they want to work on some new stuff during live reps. You only get so many during the week. And high punt, Cody Oswald back to return at the 42-yard line in Yankton territory. Nice cut move. Gets to Watertown's 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, and all the way to the Watertown about 17-yard line. What a game. And return for Cody Oswald, the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, nice play there by the Wizard of Oz, as you said. Made a couple men miss and was literally, I think, 1 tackle away there from getting his first his first return for a touchdown there. We saw him have a couple last year. Really a dynamic athlete in the special teams.
And now it is Rugby Riken and I believe it's Evan Sirk, yes, the running back. 31 rush yards on the season for Evan Sirk, 15.5 per game. Gives a handoff, nice quick first step. And shows about 2 different holes to exploit there and gets to about the 14, but we have a flag coming into the backfield.
Yeah, late flag on this one. Going to be interesting to see what they call.
Holding offense.
It's going to go holding against Yankton.
10-yard penalty from the spot of foul. First down.
And so we'll back up Yankton. But Evan Sirk, he is not the biggest athlete, but he makes up for it in spades with a very quick first step. And he can change directions at the drop of a hat, quite literally.
And you saw it there. He was going up the A gap, bounced all the way out to the C gap on that one.
And Sirk gets a handoff and now cuts off field, now comes back out and runs over an arrow and is slowed down right at the about 11-yard line. Evan Sirk asserting himself on that run. He put all of his power into a hit and was able to gain an extra couple yards, a 21-yard gain.
Yeah, and that's going to be a first down for Sirk. Cut and then made the hit on that one to get some extra yards.
Sirk, handoff, and grinding inside the 5. Will be slowed down at about the 1-yard line. And, Josh, I want this to happen. Give it to Sirk again.
Yeah, and for 5'9" scat back, he's got a little bit of boom there, and you're seeing the power from Sirk.
Ball is at the 2. And Cirque, the handoff, and that is a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Evan Cirque gets in there with a nice 2-yard touchdown run, but give him all the credit, Josh. It was 2 big carries from him to get them into that position. He was able to finish off the drive.
Yeah, Yankton doing a nice job of recovering there and being able to get that touchdown there off of, after the penalty and get it in for 6.
You know, it will be Kamshoff to hold, but to kick the extra point for Yankton, it'll be Melgoza, and Melgoza able to put it through the uprights.
And he had some boom on that one. You can almost say Yankton's got another one at the kicker position with one heck of a strong leg. Is now Bucks up 34 here with about 6 remaining.
Yeah, 41-7 the score, 5:45 on the clock. We are going to go and step aside. Back in 1 minute. You're home for Yankton Bucks football.
Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh is the stop to make any time of the day. Enjoy breakfast items, made-to-order sandwiches, burgers, and more from the Hy-Vee Market Grill. Daily $5 meal specials are from 11 to 7, and find convenient on-the-go meal offerings and select grocery staples, including fresh produce and fresh bakery items, too. There's something for everyone at Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh of Yankton.
Shop Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
You've received a call or text message indicating there's a problem with your cell phone, your taxes, your Medicare benefits, or your utilities. And the only way to get it cleared up is to either put funds on a gift card or send cash. All of these are scams designed to obtain your hard-earned funds. Contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 1-800-300-1986. Another red flag is the call or text comes in after work hours or on the weekend. Don't become a victim. Let Consumer Protection do some checking for you before you send any funds.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
5:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. 41-7 lead for Yankton on the kick return. Yankton able to slow down the return to the 26-yard line. That's where Watertown will take over.
Yeah, nice run there by First in Trouble on the kick return. Trying to get something going here for this Watertown offense.
And Watertown comes out. And another new quarterback. It will be Trayton Himrich for the Arrows. And he bobbles the snap. Has to keep it himself now and is brought down behind. Oh, I think he actually gained some yards.
I think he might have actually, I think they're going to say he lost a yard even. Look at that, at least that judge on the, or the official on the far side's line up to 25. And I believe that was number 46, Nicholas Frischkorn, in on that one, who made the tackle.
So the 5'10 junior, Frischkorn.
I believe that might have even been a sack on that. I think it was a pass attempt.
And now here is Himrich. Himrich looking to pass. Out to the flat is brought in by Chase Spicer. And Spicer brought down at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, nice little play there. That is the...
and we have an arrow down on the field, and I think it's a good time to take a quick break and let the trainers do what they have to do out on the field. But your score, 41-7, Yankton with the lead, 4:45 to go in the fourth. And we'll be back in 90 seconds. You're home for Yankton Bucks football.
There are a lot of benefits for your small business when you have a relationship with your locally owned and operated The UPS Store. I'm Doug Frederick, manager of the UPS Store of Yankton. Not only do we provide excellent customer service, but we also provide the necessary tools to help your small business thrive. We can help you with everything ing, printing, packing, copying, faxing, freighting, any ing your small business needs, even shredding, notarizing, mailboxing, every ing for your small business, and of course, shipping. The UPS Store of Yankton, across from Walmart.
First Dakota is giving away new Ford F-150s to celebrate 150 years as a South Dakota bank. We owe it to the countless customers who have trusted us with their banking since 1872. And we want to say thanks by giving back. Nominate someone you know to win a new Ford pickup or go to firstdakota.com/150. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
It's time for a new kind of credit card. One that's with you where you are, wherever life leads. The Evergreen Credit Card by F&BO earns you unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase, every day, every step of the way. For important information and limitations regarding the rewards program, visit fnbo.com/evergreen for complete details. From the great big small bank, ever ready for you to earn more so you can do more. Only with Evergreen by F&BO. Learn more today at fnbo.com/evergreen.
.441 to go in the fourth. 3rd and 10, and Himrich gets off a pass, and it is completed down the center of the field. That's a big gain for Watertown. And on the reception is Nathan Briggs, the 5'9" sophomore. A 20-yard reception for Watertown. They've needed that. This game is, for all intents and purposes, Josh, done, I think it's safe to say. However, it's still time for Watertown to get another touchdown on the board and work on some things themselves. It's a young season.
Yeah, nice catch there by Briggs. I mean, the quarterback there took a heck of a shot on that one.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And a botched snap or reception of said snap. It goes into the backfield just shy of the 30-yard line. They're going to say the 32-yard line. That is a large loss for Watertown.
Yeah, 13-yard loss on that one. That's just an unfortunate high snap. Not what you want to see after a positive play there if you are Watertown.
On the field right now for Yankton, have more of our team's depth. You have Bodie Thurman, and trying to apologize, it might take a while to get all of the players shouted out here. I will work on it. 2nd and 22. Himrich, the throw, deep to the sideline, thrown away. So it'll be 3rd and 22. Donald Rounds is out there for Yankton, as well as Carson Conway. And Cale Gary. And Bryce Krall. Caden Hughes. Nicholas Frischkorn. And I want to say Derek Beal is out there for Yankton. And to be continued. Stand still and face me. No, and Mika Maska, I believe, is out there. Or Micah Maska. Apologies if it's one or the other. And pass down left sideline is out of play, thrown away.
Yeah, and Olsen there was wide open down the field. Himrich just kind of missed him. It was a hard throw to make, though.
Connor Warren Slaba, the 5'8" sophomore, was also on the field. I really can't wait in the future to be saying that more.
That's a great football name.
That is like the football name right there. Connor Warren Slaba, you are officially my favorite Yankton Buck. And I apologize for any of the Yankton Bucks I did not call while out there. I was legitimately trying to spot everyone, but it's always nice to see the Yankton Bucks depth come out into the field.
And Yankton running a player onto the field late. I believe that's Juven Hudson, or excuse me.
He switched teams.
Rounds.
I'm joking.
I saw 31 on my sheet, and I went to the first name I saw, and I went, oh, no.
No, Donald Rounds, I believe, came out for Yankton. And punt return is at the 35. And now coming out, we have some players I haven't mentioned before. Braden Heine, and as well as, okay, I apologize to this player. I have seen your name in the roster, but Francis Intveld, the 6'4" junior. And at quarterback, Easton Nelson. Nelson's had some nice runs so far this season when he has come in late in games. And he has another carry there, this time just for a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, not much going on that play. The speed option play, Watertown kind of sniffed that one out from the beginning.
Cohen Zarbach out on the field. Another Zarbach joining the Bucks ranks. Nelson, hand out to Sirk. Sirk now. Nice first step. Gets to the middle of the field and out to the right and is to the 46-yard line. He is so fast with the ball, Josh.
Yeah, he is incredible. And what impresses me most, even though he's got that power that you wouldn't expect, it's his cut. When he makes that cut, he cuts, and it is just dangerous.
Well, it's nice for Yankton to have contrasting running backs. You have Gavin Swanson, who I nicknamed the bowling ball for a reason, and then Shaler Platt, another big, strong runner for Yankton. But then you also have a smaller in stature Evan Sirk, who is quicker than Gavin Swanson up the middle. Isn't going to be, except for the one time he actually did this game, isn't going to run over anyone, except, again, for the guy he did run over in this game. But he has that benefit of being lower that a lot of the defenders will have trouble picking him up after that first cut. So he has the benefit of a little extra breathing room when he runs up the middle.
Yeah, and he's dangerous, and like you said, that different style of back. Even though he can bring the power, you've seen it a couple times this game. His cut is just special. I'm blown away from what I've seen from him so far.
And the big boot, and that was coming from Melgoza, the 5'8" junior. And I will need to ask coaches for pronouncers for the future. I believe it's Josu Melgoza, the 5'8" junior, but he has quite the leg on him, Josh.
Yeah, he does, and you saw him kick an extra point earlier on a previous drive, and the nice punt there that rolled all the way down to the 14.
And now the punt out there, as you said, to the 14, and that is where Watertown will take over. You have to imagine this will be the last drive of the game. Yankton might have one more.
Yeah, don't be surprised if you just see the clock run out here. Watertown run a couple plays, things like that.
Depends on what they do, obviously. So you have two receivers on each side. Hemrich, quarterback keeper, cuts the middle of the field and brought down hard. And that is a tackle from Caden Benson, the 5'10" sophomore for Yankton.
Yeah, that's a nice read, though, by Hemrich. That's one of those read option plays. The edge rusher for Yankton kind of committed to it, and Hemrich did a good job of pulling and running forward.
And now Watertown again, stepping to the line. We're at just a couple ticks over 1 minute to go in the fourth. 41-7 lead for the Bucks. And Hemrich, another snap goes awry. Has to pick up the ball and is brought down behind the line by Yankton to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and unfortunate there. Another one of those snaps we've seen go awry for Watertown. And now all of a sudden in a 3rd and long again.
And the Yankton student section fired up.
Yeah, and they've seen a dominating performance here from the Bucks in their home opener. Really couldn't have asked for a much better game.
Great crowd on hand tonight, despite the rain. Coming out to support the Yankton Bucks and the Garrett Nelson the hot dog feed, the benefit. And just a great night. I see a lot of cold people heading home, but you know what? A Yankton Bucks victory, it's worth it. And now Hemrich keeps the ball again and goes out to the right hash marks, and that will do it. As Yankton is now 3-0 on the season, defeating Watertown 41-7 in the home opener. The Bucks stops here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Again, Yankton 41, Watertown 7. The Yankton Rexall postgame show begins after this.
Bucks and Gazelles fall sports are in full swing. Unfortunately, with them may come injury. The Yankton Medical Clinic provides patients with the latest technologies and procedures in orthopedic care. Orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Brent Adams and Dr. Jeremy Kudera, specialize in athletic injuries, including fractures and sprains, shoulder, ankle, and knee injuries, and more. They'll have your favorite athlete back in the game in no time, offering the highest level of care right here at home. Call the Yankton Medical Clinic today. So much care, so close to home.
A radio commercial for hearing loss is tricky. You see, there are two scenarios. Either it's you, or it could be the loved one you're with. Here's how to find out. If the radio is deafeningly loud right now, it's probably not you. If it's not deafeningly loud, look over at your loved one wearing earplugs. Maybe it's time to visit the hearing experts, Avera Medical Group Audiology Yankton. Doctors Matt Rumsey and Kendra Bailey can get you back to never missing a beat during a conversation. They offer the latest technology and free 2-week test drives. Call 605-655-1220.
In the lab or up on stage, Mount Marty University has a place for you. From athletes and artists to academics and alumni, together we cheer each other on and work to make a difference in the lives of those around us. Show your spirit at a university that celebrates what makes us different. Schedule a tour at Mount Marty University by visiting mountmarty.edu or calling 605-668-1545.
Think about how people really see you. The kid at the drive-thru just sees a coffee drinker.
Please pull forward.
Your local barista sees the person who loves a smiley face in their latte.
See you next time.
It's kind of the same way with insurance. Other insurance companies just see a customer, but a State Farm agent sees more. They see you as a neighbor. Your State Farm agent is here to get to know who you really are, so they can help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Westland at 665-4411 today to learn more.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. First Chiropractic Centers, whole health with hands-on healing, with offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner.
And welcome to the Yankton Rexall postgame show. Yankton victorious 41-7 over Watertown. And what a performance from the Yankton Bucks, Josh. Really leaving no doubt. It was closer than what it felt like at halftime. 20-7 at halftime, but it just felt like Yankton just had it in hand.
Yeah, they really, outside of, that first drive and one big play, dominated on defense. And this defense, you look at 3 weeks, they've given up 13 points. This defense
13 too many. 13 too many.
I know. Got to be the 85 Bears. But this defense, once again, we talked about it. They're maybe not the biggest, but they move fast, and they fly to the ball, and they hit. And you've seen that this season. And I can't say enough. 13 total points in 3 games. That is insane. That's barely over 4 points a game.
Yeah, I mean, and the best part about it is it's been a team effort this entire time. It's everyone on defense. It's the offense just having long drives, giving the defense time to get their rest. It all just kind of coincides with each other, and there's just been 3 excellent Yankton victories. A completely dominant one in Mitchell, and then one that was just felt dirty and sloppy in Spearfish, but you know what? A victory is a victory. And then this one, it was just, a good opponent in Watertown, and just Yankton's really let them have it from the beginning and only got burnt once on a big run from a very excellent athlete in Juven Hudson.
Right, and this is, in a lot of ways, I think especially offensively, I know we've been talking about the defense, but I think especially offense, this is the best I've felt after the win. They came out and just operated and ran what they wanted to do. You could tell they wanted to get outside on some runs as well as throw it into the flat a lot. And you saw that here today, and Yankton really just stuck to their game plan, and it worked.
Yeah. And I believe we're going to have our post-game coach interview brought to you by Rhonda West on State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. It's Rhonda Westland, State Farm. And we will be joined by Yankton offensive coordinator Terry Huber and let him get settled in here. And Coach Huber, thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Hey, congratulations. That's a big victory. I was just telling Josh at the half, while the score is just 20-7, that's pretty close. It felt like Yankton just had this one in hand.
Yeah, hats off to the guys. We talked to them all week that, Watertown, they're going to give their best effort. We got to be ready to step on the field and go. A little sluggish on offense at the start. A few things we didn't like. Defense, they got their stuff figured out. Offense got it figured out, and I felt really good about the rest of the game.
Yeah, tomorrow morning on the Coach's Corner, I'm going to ask you what you didn't like. Because this was, you really have to be doing your job as a coach to find things you didn't like in a performance like that.
Yep.
Everyone did their job. And whether it was a passing game or the running game, let's talk Gavin Swanson, just another performance. I love watching him run.
I tell you what, that kid, it's really fun too because he comes up to me and you just know he's itching. He doesn't want to, ask for it, but you know that he wants that ball. And he's so much fun he just busts through, and from over the last 2 years, his reads. I think that's probably the biggest improvement of his game. He's been reading back cuts on power, zone reads, outside zone. He's cutting it back. That short side of the field, that 130-80, I mean, that was just phenomenal. I haven't seen a back do that, especially a power back. It's incredible to see.
It's really nice to see the tackles also getting out to kind of the ends, right? Yep. And just giving him those blocks that he needs, or Shaler Platt, or whoever, Rugby, whoever it is, just doing a nice job just being quick and being lateral.
Absolutely. You know, we work a lot on our, outside zone footwork. Luke Bernardo and Caden Waverneck, those two have been just killing it at tackle right now. I've been extremely impressed with them. Luke, a guy coming in who's played tight end his entire life. And the first day we ran OZ, and it looked beautiful. And I was like, well, I think we're going to have success here. I'm excited for that. So he's been a key aspect. Him and Wav on the outside at tackle have just been major help on getting those reach blocks.
Yeah, and Coach, it felt like a lot of the game plan today, especially in the passing game, was rolling out and throwing it kind of in the flat and short there. Was that something that you just saw in the Watertown defense, or was that just kind of an adjustment with the weather? What was kind of the idea behind that?
Yeah, so coming into it, we had a decent amount of stuff game planned and set up, but it was a lot of the flats on film. They look to be open, so they're rolling out. That's beautiful. Plus, anytime you can get Rugby on the move, he's dangerous, right? They have to play him straight up. They can't let him just roll out and think he's not going to tuck it and run. So when you have a guy as impressive as him, it makes it a lot easier. A lot harder on those DBs, a lot easier on us.
And I got to make sure to get this question. This, I talked about scheme. Now I got to talk to you about style. Yeah. The black uniforms tonight. Can you just tell me about that decision? Those looked phenomenal out on the field.
Absolutely. So. Coach Muth, he's a guy who he likes things to be clean, not flashy, but just clean. And we as a coaching staff, kind of talked about it a little bit in the off season. We had some help with donations and stuff, and I love the blacks. I think it's sweet. We kind of go, going back retro. We liked, you see if you walk through the halls of Yankton, those football players up on the All-State, all that tradition, those guys, and you see those black jerseys, and you kind of want to bring that stuff back a little bit. And I think the guys looked phenomenal tonight. Coach Colpitz did a phenomenal job of telling them, though, a good-looking team doesn't win the football game. And I think they really bought into that where, yeah, they looked good, but they had to play good as well.
Yeah, and one more from me. Let's talk about your senior quarterback. 5 touchdowns tonight, 3 through the air, 2 on the ground. Just gush about him for a little
slow night for Rugby. He couldn't get to 6, so I don't know.
I'm telling you right now, we are blessed to have a guy like Rugby Reichen on the side. I would do absolutely anything for him, and I think everybody on that sideline would as well. He gives everything. He puts his body on the line. He's so smart. He's coming in. He's doing extra work. He's making sure he knows his reads, the progressions, handoffs, and he's confident. When you see him go out on the field, we've talked about it the last couple of years. He's got that moxie. He knows I'm that dude. I'm going to be that dude. And I absolutely wouldn't trade it for the world. I love having him out there.
Well, Coach, we will talk to you in more depth about this game tomorrow morning. Go celebrate with the team. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, guys.
All right. Let's Coach Terry Huber, victorious Yankton Bucks here tonight. Always appreciate them taking the time. See if we even have a post-game coach interview in Pierre. I don't know what's going to happen with our broadcast situation in Pierre, Josh. There's not a lot of room there. There are a lot of people covering the game. It's a good big game, but we'll get to that in just a second. But he is right. Just every single coach that talks about players like Rugby are just so blessed. They say they're so blessed just to have a player like that and just a true leader on the field.
Yeah, and he does it both ways, doesn't he? I mean, throwing the ball, running the ball, 5 total touchdowns.
We forgot to ask about Trevor Paulson.
We forgot to ask about the hit stick. Oh, my goodness. Ask him tomorrow on the Coach's Corner. Yep. You can get Coach Colpit to talk about
Okay, sorry to interrupt you, but I was like, oh, man.
No, you're good.
No, we missed it. But you're right. Just does it both ways and just an excellent leader. But there's a lot of those on this team. This is a very fun team to cover, and it's going to be just extra fun throughout the rest of the season. We're going to go ahead and take a break, come back, and continue here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show.
As a proud community bank, Core Trust delivers more than just checking and savings accounts. We invest in the cities and towns where we live and work by volunteering to coach youth sports teams, supporting local charities and the arts with our time and resources. Whether we live in a rural town in South Dakota or a suburban city in Minnesota, it's a place we call home. Core Trust Bank. Raise your expectations.
Member FDIC.
Education. That is one of our core values here at Missouri River Associates. Just making a sale is not our number one priority here. Our office is here to educate you on your choices in the insurance world. We are here to guide you in making the right choice for you, your family, or your business. Our agents are honest and transparent with you on your coverages. Let one of our agents show you your options today. Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Do you have dry, sore, or irritated eyes? If so, you may have dry eye. At Vision Care Associates, we offer a simple, fast, and non-surgical procedure to treat black glands in your eyelids that can help your eyes to feel comfortable again. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Fieser to find out about dry eye treatment with our newest technology.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Kids seem to always be misplacing things: socks, shoes, backpacks, books, you name it. So when it comes to important things like EpiPens for serious allergies or inhalers for breathing problems, make sure there's always some on hand when those items go missing or run out. Hi, this is Michael from Yankton Rexall. We pride ourselves on providing accurate prescriptions and appropriate medical information for your child's health. Good health attributes to good students. Yankton Rexall, your hometown pharmacy since 1923, located in the Meridian District.
Truxedo Truck Bed Covers is proud to call Yankton home and be a part of such a strong local community. Truxedo's commitment to excellence in producing the best product available drives us forward. And it's a commitment we share with Yankton High School football. And that's why we're strong supporters of our Yankton Bucks. So let's unite, pack those stands, and cheer on our Bucks to victory. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton.
And welcome back to the Yankton Rexall postgame show. Thanks to Coach Terry Huber for joining us in the postgame coach interview. Let's jump into our stats review, Josh, and just kind of go over some of the big numbers that were put up here tonight at Crane.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Looking at here for Yankton. Rugby Riken, 218 yards passing, 48 yards rushing, 5 total touchdowns, 3 through the air, 2 on the ground. Was involved in every single touchdown but one in this one. He was impressive. On the ground, Gavin Swanson, 14 carries, 161 yards, 11.5 yards per carry. He also had 24 yards receiving and a touchdown. Cody Oswald with 33 yards and a touchdown. Austin Goebel with 26 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Solar leading the way, 7 catches, 106 yards. Couple sacks on the night. Shaler Platt and Nicholas Friskhorn with a full sack apiece. Lucas Kamshoff and Charlie Foote with a half a sack as well. And, of course, can't forget the hit stick tackle from the punter himself, Trevor Paulson. Really some impressive stats there for Yankton. For Watertown, you look at leading passer, Trayton Hemrich with 2 for 4 with 21 yards. And then Juven Hudson, the leading rusher on the day, obviously he had 32 carries, 204 yards, and a touchdown. Nathan Briggs led the way receiving, 1 catch for 20 yards. And that's a look at your individual stats. Team stats for Yankton, 459 yards of total offense, 218 through the air, 241 on the ground. Really a great offensive performance for the Bucks.
And then let's jump into our awards of the game. Let's start with our defensive player of the game. And I want it to be known, Josh, to everyone to know that you and I spent this entire break from our segment with the coach to now going back and forth on both of these awards. And I think at first we narrowed it down to about 6 per award.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so sorry to those that didn't get it, but everyone really was deserving, but this is who we narrowed it down to. Our defensive player of the game brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians, your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS.
Yeah, we're going to go with kind of a surprise one here.
And not just because of one thing, but continue.
But how about the kicker-punter, Trevor Paulson? You know, he laid an incredible hit on a special teams play, and he also, I can't stress this enough, special teams is a part of defense in a lot of ways. And every week you see a punt that he pins inside the 10.
And that's why for me, yeah.
Yeah, and he did that again today. Kickoffs going for touchbacks. He is just a weapon. Special teams might not seem important to everybody, but when you have good, sound special teams, it makes a difference. Trust me, when you don't have one. And you can't tell that with Yankton. And Trevor Paulson, once again, and I know you'll talk to Coach Colpit tomorrow, he will just sit there and gush. We talked to him after Mitchell, and he could not stop gushing about Trevor Paulson when we were there.
Yeah, him and Coach Hale, they both have their hands on him as coaches, and he's an amazing job. And you're right about special teams. It's just like the offensive line. If you're doing your job well, a lot of times you don't get noticed. It's when you're not doing your job well, then all of a sudden, what's going on there? But he has had so many punts that, he, like you said, has pinned them inside their 10 or whatever it is, just accurate punts, corner kicks for punts.
It's been every week, too.
Yeah, and consistent for 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always doing it, and tonight was another one. I think what just catapulted him finally into the defensive player of the game just happened to be him doing his job as always, plus using the hit stick.
Yeah, and he was out here warming up. I swear, he was out here at about 4 maybe 4:30 out here already kicking, and it just shows how dedicated he is to his craft, and he's just an amazing kicker and punter.
All right, the offensive player of the game, brought to you by Hy-Vee. It was a helpful smile in every aisle, and you and I are looking at each other now like,
Yeah, and look, I'm going to go ahead and shout out a couple guys here as guys who we did consider and really did an amazing job tonight. First off, of course, Rugby Riken, the quarterback. 5 total touchdowns, had over 250 yards of total offense. He was incredible. He was a strong candidate, as well as Tyler Solar. He had 7 catches, 106 yards on the day. Really just incredible performance. But we got to go with the bowling ball. Number 30, the tailback, Gavin Swanson. Listen to this. 14 carries, 161 yards. He averaged 11.5 yards per carry. He also had a catch for 24 yards and a touchdown on a play where it looked dead. Riken scrambles left, kind of checks it down to him, and Swanson just makes a play, gets in the end zone, and that's your offensive player of the game. Gavin Swanson had 185 total yards of offense and just, as well as a touchdown, and just looked dominant here today.
The bowling ball, and I also want to double down on how much we stress that. Rugby Riken and Tyler Solar also very deserving of the award. I mean, Rugby 5 touchdowns this game and just 7,000 million yards as always. He just seems to be putting up those kind of numbers. But this game really did feel like it was a Gavin Swanson pulse, that he was the one that was really setting that tempo for that offense.
Yeah, well, the passing game was working. The heartbeat and the backbone of it was the ground game. And you saw that a lot today, and I think that was more evident today than in any game we've seen this season, where Yankton, at moments, could have been in trouble, where Watertown had an 8-minute drive to start this game. You got to slow things down, and you got to run the ball and give your defense a little break, because you do have some two-way guys in this, so you got to give some guys some break, some part of a break, and Swanson did that, as well as the offensive line. We talked about that in the pregame. They needed to step up, and they did today. And it really was, in my opinion, I feel like the most complete offensive performance Yankton's had this season, even though there's maybe been some games with better numbers. Oh, are we going straight into highlights?
No, Aaron. This is for the out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door. And the reason I did that, Josh, is to let you know that T-Area defeated O'Gorman 44-41 at T-Area. Oh, sorry, I muted you. Go ahead.
Oh, well, came all the way back in that one. They were down at halftime.
Yeah, what a big performance. But the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized dealer. Of course, our score, Yankton 41, Watertown 7. Spearfish leading Douglas 15-0 at the half. That is at the campus of Black Hills State University. And then obviously tomorrow, 3 11AA matchups. Huron hosting Brookings, and Pierre hosting Mitchell, and then Sturgis hosting Aberdeen Central. So some excellent matchups there. And let's quickly run through 11 AAA. Harrisburg beats Rapid City Stevens 28-0. And then we just have a bunch of Saturday matchups as well. And let's go ahead and check on Bonham, if I can here, as I struggle to find them quickly. Bonham defeated Viborg Hurley 20-0 at Viborg Hurley. That's a big victory for the Bonham Cavaliers. And congratulations to the Cavs. And then in Northeast Nebraska, our Riverfront sports coverage, Elkhorn Valley defeated Hartington Newcastle 28-18. Our very own Tel Tanner was on that call on Riverfront Sports app. And one last time, our score here, a big victory for Yankton, defeating Watertown 41-7. And Josh, does that mean your excitement for the highlights, that you're ready to jump into some highlights here momentarily?
This is like my favorite thing of the week, not gonna lie. I like live, breathe, and
highlights.
sleep for this. Yeah,
Live,
highlights.
breathe, highlights.
Exactly.
And I think I've given our studio producer, Aaron, enough warning there.
Yeah.
And we'll go ahead and jump into said highlights. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, starting off here with 11:44 remaining in the second quarter. Rugby Riken runs for 2 yards and gets the score.
We try. We try things, Josh.
We do. Look, sometimes, yeah, apparently we have no.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. You know what? Sometimes, Josh, things in life will just happen, and you realize that you had something change at the beginning. We had a technical issue we had to work out, and I forgot we didn't have the highlights yet. So.
Oh, okay. You didn't even tell me that.
Yeah. Hey, so by the way, on air, hey, we don't have highlights, but you know what? We do have memories.
Hey, Aaron, hear me out. Our board guy, Aaron, who does a great job. Our bad.
Our bad. That was our bad. But more importantly, that was Bryce's bad.
I was being nice. I was helping out my broadcast partner. But you know what? If you want to take full blame, that's on you, man.
I will. Do you know why? Because Yankton had a big victory here tonight. And what a night for football. And a great home opener here at Crane. A great crowd on hand, which is never a surprise here in Yankton. But the fact that it was raining down very steadily throughout the entire game was very impressive. What a great crowd show up.
Yeah, and there was a good cause as well at the beginning with Garrett Nelson and what he and his family are going through, the hot dog feed for him. The Yankton community really showed up in the rain, and they showed up for Garrett. They showed up for this team having their first home game of the year, who spent a lot of time on the road and will continue to spend a lot of time there. We'll get into that in a little bit. But they showed up tonight, and even those who didn't, we had a lot of great fans tuning in here on KYNT TV as well, who really, once again, we cannot stress enough how much we appreciate the sport for those who weren't able to make out to the game, and it's really appreciated.
And next week should be very interesting, as I like to give our listeners and viewers a peek behind the curtain of what happens sometimes. Not a lot of room up there in Pierre and State Capitol, and not just because they don't have a good facility. They do. It's just a lot of people cover the game, and let's just say running out of real estate. So we may or may not be on a scissor lift. You think I'm joking? Not being 100% serious.
I know. I just think when you're the back-to-back state champions, it's incredible to see how many people show up to those games, and with the Yankton crowd as well. It's going to be interesting to see that atmosphere, especially if we are on that scissor lift.
Yeah, what a big game, and looking forward to it. And that will be a 6 p.m. Pregame, 7 p.m. kick, same as it has been all season, luckily. The schedule is maintains pretty much the same theme throughout the year, except for that one Saturday game in October at some point when Yankton travels to Howardwood Field to take on Sioux Falls Roosevelt.
So that's against Sioux Falls. That's a Saturday night game at 6 p.m. That's going to be fun. Saturday night football. Let's go.
Yeah, but what's next on KYN TV? Well, we have the Coach's Corner Show, 9:05 in the morning. Eat some Pizza Ranch pizza with the coaches and talk to them all about Gavin Swanson, Rugby Riken, and Tyler Solar, and his name of every player, Shaler Plant, all the players. I am going to have a long football segment on the show tomorrow talking to all the coaches and, of course, all the other varsity coaches of other Yankton high school athletics as well. We'll get you all caught up. And then basically immediately following that, we'll jump in maybe within an hour into Mount Marty University football action at Hastings College. Mount Marty coming off their first program victory at Presentation College 2 weeks ago. They had a bye week this week. But right back into Mount Marty University football action on KYN TV.
Yeah, and can't forget, next for Yankton Athletics, we got soccer Tuesday here at Crane-Youngworth.
Yeah, so the games just keep coming, and so do we, and we appreciate you continuing to tune in. So just thanks to our KYNT studio producer, Aaron, And again, sorry about the highlights. And we have all that figured out. But for Braden Butler, our camera operator, and all of our sponsors for making this possible. We really appreciate all the support. And, Josh, any final thoughts here from Crane?
Look, great win for a team that's starting off hot. Now they have the test of the schedule. You have Pierre, Brookings, T coming up. We're going to see exactly where this team lies in the standings.
The buck stops here. Yankton 41, Watertown 7. This has been Yankton Bucks Football. I'm Bryce Ladwig, KYNT, KYNTV.
Thank you for listening to KYNC or watching on KYNTV. This broadcast is property of Riverfront Sports and is brought to you by
Mason Schramm and the Move Group, Hedro, Avera, Truxedo, Culligan Water, USD Athletics, 1919 Root Beer, Rhonda Westland State Farm, Vision Real Estate, Missouri River Associates, Buell's Cleaners, South Dakota Office of the Attorney General, Triple Time Rudy's, H&R Block, Top Notch Cleaners, the UPS Store, Yankton Medical Clinic, Hy-Vee, Olson's Pest Technicians, Gerstner Oil, Vision Care Associates, MT and RC Smith Insurance, First Dakota National Bank, First Chiropractic Centers, First National Bank of Omaha, Sherco.
Remember, you can re-listen or re-watch this broadcast in its entirety by visiting KYNT's YouTube page or by visiting the free Roku and Apple TV app on your smart TV.
KY